2259. Okay, that's 20.
Looking for Columbia Lions basketball is on the air. Columbia Central High School basketball is brought to you in part by Parks Motor Sales, Collins Pharmacy, The Garbage Man, Sands Fence Company, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Davis Heating and Cooling, Fair Financial Group, Murray Regional, First Farmers, Foodland of Columbia, Tin Pin Alley, Ace Hardware, Quick Mart Convenience Stores, Foster Insurance, Debbie Matthews Realtor, Tillis Jewelry, Dr. Gill, Brown's Body Shop, The Way Realty, and the Jeweler's Bench. Now down to the floor, the longtime voice of your Columbia Central Lions, here's Barry Duke.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Columbia Central High School basketball as the Columbia Central Lady Lions take on the Blaze of Blackman High School from Murfreesboro. That game coming up in just a minute. Both teams warming up as we get ready for some exciting basketball action tonight, Lewis.
Yeah, Barry, and this one is, very interesting for you and I. We called the last one a couple of weeks ago, a couple of Fridays ago. And the girls took their only loss of the season so far, 9-1, and that one loss being to this Blackman Lady Blaze team by a 42-39 margin.
Yeah, 42-29.
42-29. Excuse me. But yeah, these Lady Lions, they don't take defeat very very lightly, and they're going to be out to get a victory here at home tonight. Last day before Christmas break, so. All of these ladies are excited about that, and they're happy to be on the floor tonight before going into a little bit of a break before Christmas tournament play begins. But, yeah, both of these squads, the guys got a win up there in Blackman a couple of weeks ago.
44-41.
So two different teams looking to get revenge, that being the Lady Lions and the Blackman Blaze. The guys from Murfreesboro are trying to avenge their loss to Columbia that they had a couple of weeks ago. I think this one's not going to be a blowout like it was a couple of weeks ago. This one's going to be very close. Columbia plays very well, even better than they already do on their home floor. And it's going to be a scrap. Blackman's a good team, the Lady Blaze. I'm excited about it.
And, of course, losing 42-29, Lady Lions looking for some sort of a revenge. But the Lady Lions are one player short. Kiana Edwards is playing national rugby on the United States national rugby team, and I forget what country she's in, but she's a long way away.
I want to say New Zealand.
That's it. New Zealand. And I think they won like 52-0 this morning, and she scored a goal. So congratulations to Kiana Edwards on her rugby endeavor.
She had a huge ceremony here in the gym a couple of weeks ago, that kind of a surprise announcement that she was going, and the whole school packed the gym during the school day, and she was sent down to the gym and had no idea about it. So that was a really cool thing that I heard about. But that's a great reason to miss a basketball game, but she will definitely be missed. She's one of those. She's one of the three triplets. Nia Mulholland, Savia Morgan, Kiana Edwards. Her defensive presence is going to be missed. A very physical style, obviously a rugby player. But yeah, it's gonna be an uphill battle for the Lady Lions tonight. But here on their home floor, they're gonna have the energy, and they're gonna have the energy from the crowd as well to hopefully pull out a victory tonight.
In the meeting 2 weeks ago, of course, the Lady Lions losing 42-29. Kiana had 3 points in that game, so maybe, and of course, Savia had 9 points, and Nia Mulholland had 9 points in that ball game. A low-scoring game, but let's hope they can compensate for her loss of her playing, and good luck to her way away in New Zealand. So
Absolutely.
Good luck to Kiana Edwards and her rugby endeavors. Lady Lions 9-1, taking on the Blackman Blaze from Murfreesboro. The Blackman Blaze coming in with a record of 4-4. They're coached by veteran coach Jennifer Grandstaff. Columbia Central is coached by Megan Moore in her third year, and assisted by Courtney English, Edwin Youngblood, and Rachel Youngblood as we get ready for the starting lineups here tonight here in Columbia in the Columbia Central High School Gymnasium. So we get ready for the starting lineups and more about to get underway. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back right after this.
Looking for convenience? Try Quick Mart Convenience Stores, conveniently located all across Murray County, southern Middle Tennessee, and North Alabama. Whether stopping in on your way to work for coffee and a biscuit, taking a plate lunch to go, or grabbing something cold to drink after a long, hot day at work, there's always one nearby. Quick Mart Convenience Stores, conveniently located all across southern Middle Tennessee and North Alabama. Proudly serving Shell gasoline.
This is Trip Stoltz, owner and manager at Columbia Ace Hardware. We have changed our store hours to better serve our community. Columbia Ace Hardware is now open from 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard and let us show you customer service that can only be found at Columbia Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This is WKRM 103.7 Columbia, Tennessee. Your home for the Columbia Central Lions for over 75 years.
Back in the Columbia Central High School Gymnasium, we talked about what Columbia Lady Lions didn't have tonight, but what they do have is Savia Morgan averaging 16 points, 2 points a game. And, of course, Nia Mulholland, plus many more, Tiana Davis. We'll get ready for the starting lineups here in Columbia at the Columbia Central High School Gymnasium.
Yeah, and I thought Kennedy Brooke the other night, stepped in and filled in pretty well in her first starting game.
Exactly. They'll have Lyric Maston, point guard. Number 0, Katie Stevens. Number 15, Tashana Moore. Number 5 is Amaya Herring, a 6'2 player. Eliana Dunbar, 6'2", and Candace Dedrick. For Columbia, Savia Morgan, 5'4" senior, averaging 16.2 points a game. Nia Mulholland, a 5'6" senior, averaging 10 points a game. Also for Columbia, Tiana Davis, a 5'9" junior, averaging 9 points a game. And number 24 for Columbia, Kayla Crawford. And rounding out the starting 5, number 30, Brooklyn Duke.
Great
Columbia
name.
will have Morgan, exactly.
Still a great name.
Columbia will have Morgan, Mulholland, Davis, Crawford, and Duke as their starting 5. Lady Lions coached by Megan Moore in her third year as head coach at Columbia Central, coming in with a 9-1 record. The only blemish on that record was given to them by Blackman High School. So Lady Lions looking for some sort of revenge here tonight. Davis at 5'9", jumping center with a 6'2" Blackman player. Tap is up, controlled by Blackman. Ball fought for, loose ball, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Columbia.
Already, getting physical right off the tip and almost forcing a steal on the opening tip right there.
Inbound the ball, dumped it inside, shot put up and in by Blackman. Blackman scoring. And Flowers with the bucket. Columbia with the ball. Crawford to Mulholland, to Morgan, top of the key. Kicks it off, gives it off to Mulholland. Off to Davis. Davis with it. Crawford on the baseline drives. Kicks it off Davis. Davis
shot.
for 3. No good. Rebound taken off Duke. Duke with the putback, scores.
Great job.
Brooklyn Duke got the rebound and the putback for Columbia.
Maybe a little too physical underneath, but I'm good with the no call. She gets the putback right there. Great job getting the easy bucket and making it go in.
And speaking of physical, Eliana Dunbar for Blackman is very physical, 6'2", and a strong young lady.
Yes, she is.
Playing center. Ball deflected,
steal.
taken off Columbia. Morgan with the steal.
Got
Morgan
numbers.
loses the handle to Davis. Davis puts it up, scores. Davis with the bucket. Tiana Davis. Did Morgan lose it? Or was that a pass?
I think she was trying to pass it and kind of regretted passing it for just a second, and then, it worked out in the best of interest of Columbia.
Blackman turns it over. Columbia's basketball side back court. Lady Lions trying to get a jump, leading 4-2 over Blackman. Duke with it on the right baseline, gives it off to Morgan. From Crawford to Davis. Dumps it inside, Mulholland to Davis. Davis operating on the left side, spins out to Mulholland. Mulholland kicks it off to Crawford on the right wing. They work it around the perimeter, being bumped. Columbia leading 4-2 with 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Morgan with the basketball, working on the left side, gives it out on top, Mulholland. Mulholland looking for the cutter.
Got to find somebody.
They call a timeout or a 5-second count. 5 second
five
count.
seconds.
Couldn't get the ball out of her hands. Great defense that time by the Blaze of Blackman High School.
Yeah, there was really no way out of that one right there. It looked like she dragged that pivot foot too, so they were either going to call a travel or 5 seconds, and I guess they called the one that came first.
Ball tapped away by Columbia, taken back by Blackman. Blackman with the basketball, Flowers with it, dumps it off to Stevens.
There we go.
Stevens throws it inside, throws it away. Columbia's basketball.
Yeah, just a little too hot down low, right through the hands. Columbia gets another turnover out of it.
Columbia's basketball leading 4-2 with 5:30 left in the first quarter. Morgan brings the ball in the front court. Kicks it off on the right side, Crawford to Davis. Davis with it on the right wing. Davis looking for the cutter, drives under pressure, puts up the shot, scores, and one. Davis to the rack, puts it up and in and scores. Tiana Davis with her 4th point. Foul call.
Oh, sweet.
On Blackman on the and one. So going to the line for Columbia, Tiana Davis shooting a free throw.
Yeah, that foul doesn't mean anything unless you hit the shot here.
Exactly. Davis takes her time. Free throw Davis is good. Nothing but net. Davis has 5 points, 5 of Columbia Central's 7 points, and the Lady Lions lead 7-2.
Best start to a game for Tiana Davis I've ever seen.
Exactly. Flowers with the ball to Dedrick. Rolling on the floor, tie ball.
Jump ball.
And the alternate possession arrow pointing toward Columbia. Great defensive play that time by Sabaya Morgan.
Yeah, it was.
Columbia with the basketball. Morgan walks it in the front court. Morgan between the circles, gives it to the cutter Davis. Davis cuts to the basket, loses the handle of the ball, goes out of bounds. Columbia turns it over.
Yeah, it's her first mistake so far. Just got too caught up looking towards the rim and forgot to handle the basketball and just lost it.
7-2 is the score with 4:50 left in the first quarter. Blackman with the basketball to Flowers. Out on top to Duncan, to Stevens, to Dunbar. Dunbar fall away shot. Doesn't get the roll, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Columbia. Morgan with it, pushes it down the floor to Davis. Davis dumps it inside Duke. Can't handle the pass inside, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Columbia. Columbia turns it over. Columbia getting a little anxious right now.
Yeah, just a little bit sloppy.
Blackman with the basketball, walks it up in the front court. Working to the left side, Flowers. Flowers drives on the baseline, double team, looking for the cutter. Out on top, they give it off to Chisholm. Chisholm shot no good, rebound by Blackman, put up again, no good, rebound Columbia.
She had a
Morgan.
chance.
Morgan runs a 3-on-3 break.
Oh,
Morgan
wow.
to the hole with a move, puts it up, scores Morgan.
They need a blow.
Savia Morgan with her first 2. And there's a timeout on the court with the score. Columbia 9, Blackman 2. We'll be back right after this.
This is El Kennedy. The old saying is, happy wife, happy life couldn't be more true. Many years ago, my wife, Mary Susan, had major surgery on her back, but continued with chronic pain. Doctors were saying invalid, disabled, but then she found the Dr. Gill Center for Back, Neck, and Chronic Pain in Franklin, Tennessee. It has changed our lives. We visited there recently with Dr. Wendy Toohey, saw the state-of-the-art facilities. Folks, don't take a pill. Call Dr. Gill.
Go to callmepainfree.com.
Home of Columbia Central Lions Athletics for over 70 years. 103.7 WKRM Columbia.
3 minutes and 58 seconds remain in the first quarter. Lady Lions up 9-2 over Murfreesboro Blackman. Blackman with the basketball. Flowers with it. Lob inside to Herring. Shot put up.
Oh, man.
Is good. Let's see if the basket counts.
I think it was on the floor before the shot.
Yeah, you're right.
But I didn't see much. They called that on Crawford there.
Basket won't count. They lob it inside to the big girl, Dunbar. Dunbar with the shot off the glass, no good. Fight for the rebound on the floor. Duke comes out of the pack with it. Gives it off to Mulholland. Great hustle that time by Columbia. Morgan in the front court for Columbia. Gives it off to Crawford between the circles. Right side pass, Davis. Davis lob, Mulholland for three. No good. Rebound, fault forward. Bodies all over the place.
Oh, they called it on Mulholland.
They call a foul, a scrum. Both players aggressive. They're going to call a foul on Columbia. Mulholland's first, team second foul. Blackman with the basketball. Flowers being pressured by Morgan. Takes a step. Gives it off to Chisholm. Chisholm with the basketball. Gives it over to Jackson. Shot put up inside. No good. Rebound fought for inside. Bodies fly. Who are they going to call it on? They call it on Blackman.
Oh, okay. There's a good call right there.
Very physical rebound. And I guess Brooklyn Duke is probably 5'9", but she's strong. Going against the 6'2", very strong Dunbar for Blackman.
Yeah, they match up well as Dunbar goes out right there, but they're kind of built similarly. And that's a good matchup down low.
Mariah Okori comes in, another big physical player for Blackman. Columbia with the basketball. Morgan with it. Kicks it off on the left side. Gives it off to Davis. Davis works it around the perimeter. Top of the key. Jumps it off Morgan. Morgan double team. Looking at a zone defense. Dumps it inside Brooklyn Duke in the lane. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebound taken off by Blackman.
That was a forced shot.
She had to shoot it, or they're going to call 3 seconds.
Yeah.
A reach in Columbia. Flowers goes all the way. Puts up the shot. Scores. And she's fouled on the play. Foul goes against Columbia. Basket should be good. It is. And foul called on Columbia's Brooklyn Duke.
One of the easier and ones you'll see.
Exactly. Foul on Duke. Flowers' free throw is good. Flowers got the and one. And breaks a long drought for Blackman. It's a 9-5 ball game.
They needed that.
Morgan with it to Davis between the circles. Davis works it to the right side to Morgan. Trying to get something going. Zone defense causing the Lady Lions a little problem. They get it inside Morgan. Pass to Duke. Duke puts it up. Good.
Yes.
She scores. She's fouled. Brooklyn Duke. Great pass that time by Kayla Crawford to Brooklyn Duke. And Duke bangs it off the glass, scores, and she's fouled.
Outside and behind her back on the baseline. Got it right where it needed to be, and Duke put up a great ball. Gave it a chance and got fouled on her way up. Great opportunity for three.
Foul called on Stevens. Free throw Duke. Got the
yes.
roll, scores. Got the and one. Brooklyn Duke has 5. Columbia goes up 12-5 over Blackman. Stevens back into the ball game for Blackman. Stevens gets the ball over to Chisholm. Back to Flowers. Back to Chisholm. Chisholm drives, puts up the shot. Won't go. Rebound. Tough rebound that time by Crawford. Crawford comes out of the pack with a dribble. Gives it off Mulholland. Mulholland. Fall away shot in the lane. No good. Rebound chase pulled off by Duke. Duke with the basketball off to Morgan. Skip past Crawford. Gives it off Mulholland for three. Big shot. Won't go. Rebound fault forward. Taken off by Blackman. Blackman with it. Flowers pushes it up the floor. Flowers spins. Nice move. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebound put back. And scoring is Okori. Okori with the bucket.
It's the first easy bucket I think they've made all night. They just haven't been able to put enough touch on the ball, and they get the looks to put them in. They've heated up a little bit.
Mulholland with it on the left side. Gives it off to Morgan. Morgan with a shot off the glass. No good. Rebound tapped around. Taken off by Blackman. Now stolen away by Davis to Morgan. Morgan with it, drives the lane, goes all the way under, puts up the
Easy.
shot, scores Morgan. Morgan, great defensive play that time by Tiana Davis to Morgan, and Morgan takes it to the rack and scores, and Columbia leads 14-7 with 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play.
Great move by Savia.
Stevens with the ball, dumps it inside, ball broken up, foul for Crawford comes out of there with it. Kayla Crawford to Davis. Davis in the front court for Columbia. Davis working on the right side. Davis wants the baseline, can't get it, denied, kicks it off to Crawford.
I'd like to see him hold here.
To Mulholland. To Crawford. They're going to hold the ball for the last shot of the quarter, and maybe not. Morgan with it. Morgan with the jumper on the wing. Got grabbed, no call, right in front of the official. 3 seconds left. Oakland with the basketball. Oakland puts up the shot at the buzzer, no good. And that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, the score, it's Columbia Lady Lions 14, Blackman 7. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Are you a homeowner looking to unlock the potential of your home equity? Explore a home equity loan with First Farmers. Hi, this is Felicia Brown with First Farmers, and we would like to invite you to access funds with a home equity loan. For home improvements, invest in education, or simplify your finances, you can make your dreams a reality with the power of your home equity. Get started today. Apply online at myfirstfarmers.com or call to speak with one of our team specialists at 1-800-882-8378, Equal Housing Lender.
Debbie Matthews, realtor, and her husband Jason, who is a prose songwriter, also own a music publishing company. They live in historic downtown Columbia with their dogs. Dog rescue work is their passion project. They consider Middle Tennessee their backyard, and their lives are full of all things Tennessee. Debbie says there is no greater honor than to help someone find a home. To be trusted with that job, there is no greater privilege. Call Debbie at the Nashville Realty Group, 615-476-3224, 615-476-3224.
At the end of the first quarter, the score, Columbia Central Lady Lions 14, the Blaze of Blackman High School 7. Columbia's working hard, Lou, to get the ball inside. Brooklyn Duke has 5 points inside. Savia Morgan has 4 points and 5 points from Tiana Davis. Lady Lions trying to avenge a loss 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and in that first matchup against Blackman, it seemed like they were struggling to hit the easy looks that they were creating for themselves, and that hadn't been a problem so far.
Of course, Columbia Central playing without one of their top players in Kayana Edwards, and Blackman's playing without one of their top players in Lyric Maston, who was a thorn in Columbia's side in the last meeting.
Oh, I remember.
Stevens with it, gives it off to Moore. Dump it inside, shot blocked away, taken back by Blackman, and traveling call, and basket no good anyway. Blackman turns it over on the travel.
And it seemed like Blackman was hitting all the easy shots in the first matchup in Murfreesboro. And they can't hit the broadside of a barn so far in this one.
And from a Columbia Lady Lions perspective, they hope it stays that way.
Yes.
Crawford with the ball, working to the right side. And off Morgan. Morgan on the baseline with the jumper. No good. Rebound Davis. Davis had to strip loose. Taken off by Blackman.
That was almost a great pass.
Lost the handle. Blackman back the other way. Flowers loses the handle. Grabs it back. They get it out on top. They give it off to Moore. Blackman with the shot. Stevens no good. Ball deflected out of bounds. It should be Columbia's basketball.
Should be.
Blackman knocked it out of bounds. The official wasn't looking. Asked for help, and the official out front didn't know.
Go figure.
So they give the ball to Blackman. Blackman with the basketball. Moore to Flowers. Stevens with the basketball. Should be Columbia's ball. It's not. Moore dumps it inside. Stevens in the lane. Kicks it off on the right wing. 3-point shot is good. Cost him 3.
Good shot.
Kaylin Flowers knocks down the tray. She's got 6. Morgan back the other way, puts up the shot. Side step, Euro step, steps it up, scores.
How about that for an answer?
Savia Morgan takes it inside, puts it high off the glass, and scores in front of the basket. 16-10. They got 3 they shouldn't have.
I know.
Had possession of the ball. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. Flowers with it to Moore. Back to Flowers. Flowers puts up the jumper. It's good. Flowers knocks it down. Flowers has 8
right there.
8 points for Flowers. And I don't think Flowers played 2 weeks ago.
That was smooth.
16-12 has cut Columbia lead to 4. Morgan with it to Crawford. Back to Morgan. To Mulholland. Crawford with the jumper. No good. Ball loose. Stevens with it for Blackman.
Putting too much on the shots right now.
Flowers gets it off to Moore. Could have traveled. Shot no good. Rebound put up and a put back by Blackman is blocked and a foul call against Columbia. Foul called on Columbia's Davis. Tiana Davis commits the foul. That's her first, team third. Moore at the line. Free throw Moore, no good.
We'll take it.
Moore will get another free throw. Second free throw Moore is good. Moore scores her first points tonight. Makes it a 16-13 ball game. Morgan for Columbia drives the lane, is bumped, and a foul call on Blackman. And if it's on Stevens, and they're going to call it on. They're going to call it on Flowers. That's her first, team first. Columbia will have the ball to be inbounded under their basket. Morgan will do the honors. Gets it out on top to Crawford, to Davis. Davis to Mulholland. Mulholland for 3. Won't go. Rebound ripped out of there by Dunbar for Blackman.
They're cold from distance.
Flowers shot from 3. No good. Rebound Columbia. Morgan. Morgan runs the break. Got a 2-on-3 break. Morgan to the hole. Puts it up. Scores. Sabaya Morgan.
Too easy.
Sabaya Morgan with her 8th point. Makes it an 18-13 ball game. Flowers is the player that Columbia has to stop on the outside, and, of course, Dunbar on the inside.
Other than that, they're pretty much golden.
Blackman works the ball around the perimeter. Moore with it to Flowers. Flowers drives all the way under, puts up the shot. No good. Rebound. Oh,
That's gotta
Crawford.
Be a foul.
Crawford had the rebound, got pinned to the floor. Foul call. Well, Corey commits the foul. That's her first, team second. Are they going to call it? No, they're going to call it on Dunbar. Dunbar commits the foul.
Yeah, she went up there for the ball and just caught both of Kayla Crawford's arms.
Morgan with the basketball. Columbia leading 18-13. Gives it off to Davis in the lane. Davis drives. And a foul called on Stevens, Blackman.
I was worried that'd be a charge right there.
He was thinking about it.
He really was.
He was thinking about it.
He thought long and hard about whether to call that a charge or not.
That's the second on Stevens. So Morgan will inbound it under the Columbia basket with 4:12 left in the first half.
There's a shot.
Bailey into the game. Shot in the rim. 3-point shot in and out. No good. Rebound taken off Blackman. Flowers pushes it down the floor. Flowers in the front court. Spins on the baseline. Dumps it off to Moore. 3-point shot. Blackman, no good. A rebound ripped out of there by Blackman.
Back.
Puts up again, no good. Puts up again, no good. Rebound pulled out there by Columbia. Davis with it. Davis said, man, I'm tired of getting on my back. Clears it out. Davis pushes it down the floor. Davis from 15. Say, yes! She knocks it down. Tiana Davis says, I can play on both ends of the floor. Got the nice rebound. Pushed it down the floor. Hit the 14-footer in front of the basket. And Columbia goes up 20-13. Stevens, right side pass, stolen Columbia. Bailey with the steal. Bailey pushes it down the floor, kicks it off Morgan. Morgan dumps it inside to Mulholland. Mulholland spins, shoots, scores Mulholland.
I need a blow.
There's a timeout on the court with the score. Lady Lions 22, Blackman 13. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Don't let pain keep you out of the game. Murray Regional Physical Therapy's experienced team of therapists can help you recover from surgery, injury, or illness by designing a plan that meets your unique needs. We utilize state-of-the-art equipment and proven techniques to help you get back to doing the things you love. Schedule a consultation at any of our convenient Southern Middle Tennessee locations by calling 931-380-4014. Murray Regional Health, where clinical excellence meets compassionate care.
This is Clayton Harris, and you're listening to the home of the Columbia Central High Lions, 103.7 WKRM, Columbia, Tennessee.
3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Lady Lions 22, Blackman 13. I'm Barry Duke along with Lou Maddox, bringing you Columbia Central High School basketball action tonight. And the crowd's filling up. It's going to be a nice crowd here tonight at Columbia Central.
Yeah, I think it'll be completely full in the second half here. But that was a great little run that the Lady Lions just went on. They just started playing, creating open looks, and they started to fall.
Columbia tightening up that defense on Flowers. Flowers, an excellent player, very quick point guard. Flowers kicks the ball off, gives it off to Dedrick. Work the ball around, back to Moore. Columbia really tightening up their defense. Blackman throws it away. Great defense, Columbia. K.K. Bailey on the defensive end that time for Columbia. Forces a turnover. And the Lady Lions will have the basketball.
Yeah, it was an errant pass, but they forced Blackman into passing that ball into coverage like that. And the Lions, once again, defensively, create another turnover.
Chisholm into the game for Blackman. Columbia with it. Davis in the lane. Spins. Puts up the shot. Won't go. Blocking foul call. That's a foul that could have probably gone either way as Davis twisted in the lane to put on the shot off the glass from about 5. Foul call Blackman. And committing that foul is Okori. Check that. They're going to call the foul on Chisholm. Davis, free throw in the air is good. Tiana Davis has 8 points tonight for Columbia. Davis, second free throw, nothing but net, nylon. Tiana Davis scores 2 free throws, and Columbia leads by 11, 24-13.
Got to have the free throws.
Flowers kicks it off to Stevens on the left side. Lob to Dedrick. Dedrick puts up the shot, no good. Rebound fought for. Blackman with the putback. And a foul call in Columbia.
I think it's going to go against Mulholland. She was in good position. Just the shot was under the basket, and Flowers had to bend backwards to get a good angle on it and went right into Mulholland.
Flowers at the line shooting 2. Flowers free throw is good. Flowers has 9 points. Mulholland's going to come out and get a rest. And back into the game for Columbia, giving them a little more physicality is Brooklyn Duke. Second free throw, no good. Rebound taken off by Blackman. Blackman with it. They tip it off to Flowers. To Stevens. Stevens drives the lane. Kicks it off to Blackman. Blackman goes inside, throws it away. Trying to get it inside to Okori. And Blackman turns it over to Columbia. There's a timeout on the court. 2:14 left in the first half. It's Columbia 24, Blackman 14. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC. Parks Motor Sales was founded by my granddad, Bobby Parks, and my great-granddad, Julian Mays, in 1958. We've been family-owned the whole time, and being family-owned, locally owned, means you get to get your next vehicle or your existing vehicle serviced by the same people who stand in the grocery line with you, drop their kids off at the same school you do, and smile and are happy to see you when they do. So come see us at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee on 919 Nashville Highway or parksmotorsales.com.
2 minutes and 14 seconds remain in the first half. Lady Lions up by 10, 24-14. Don't forget to join us at halftime. We'll have the head coach of the Columbia Central Lions, Brandon LeBeer, with us at halftime of this game. Columbia with the basketball. Morgan to Davis, top of the key, spins, kicks it off to Morgan on the left side, drives the baseline, puts up the shot, scores. Morgan. Morgan, nice shot on the baseline, double team, put it off the glass and scores. The glass is your friend.
I'd say triple team, Barry. She's down there against 3 people and just put it right up on them.
The glass is your friend. Stevens with it, gives it off to Dedrick. Ball slapped loose, flank four on the floor. Columbia with it, now taken back by Blackman. Now taken back by Columbia. Morgan with it, boom. Could have been fouled, double pump, scores. Morgan takes it to the rack and scores.
You're not beating Savia Morgan to a loose ball on the floor.
And she's had a lot of practice and success in shooting a layup because she steals it a lot. Shot put up by Blackman, no good. Rebound fought for. Blackman puts it back and scores Okori. Okori, 6'1" sophomore for Blackman, puts it up and in. 28-16. 1 minute left in the first half. Lady Lions with the basketball, up by a dozen. Davis with the basketball between the circles, directing traffic. Kicks it off on the right side, Morgan. Morgan with the basketball to Bailey. Bailey with it to Davis, overloading the right side of the floor. 35 seconds left. Davis with the basketball, being worked on by Stevens. Davis kicks it off to Morgan. Morgan drives the lane, puts up the jumper. Got it!
Wow, what a shot.
Savia Morgan knocks it down for Columbia. She has 14.
Butter.
30-16. Love the patience and taking the ball to the rack. 20 seconds left. Dedrick with the basketball to Stevens for Blackman. Back to Dedrick. Columbia tightening up their defense. Lob in the lane. Blackman with it. Loses the handles. Taken away by Columbia. Great defensive play. Columbia's Bailey. Loses it to Crawford. Back to Morgan. Morgan shot at the buzzer. No good. And it's halftime. Halftime score. The Columbia Central Lady Lions 30. Blackman Blaze 16. We'll take a break and we'll be back with the head coach of the Columbia Central Lions, Brandon Levere, right after this timeout.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Foster Insurance Agency is a locally owned independent agency and a proud member of the Insurers of Tennessee. Foster represents many top-rated insurance companies such as Auto Owners Insurance. The great team at Foster has been servicing Columbia and surrounding areas in Middle Tennessee since 1952 and offers many commercial and personal insurance products. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient location at 204 West 4th Street in Columbia, Tennessee.
This is WKRM 103.7 FM and 1340 AM, the home for the Columbia Central Lions for the past 75 years.
And welcome back to the Columbia Central High School Gymnasium. I'm Barry Duke along with Lewis Maddox, bringing you Columbia Central High School basketball action tonight. Lady Lions on top at halftime by the score of 30-16 over Blackman Blaze School from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Joining me now is the head coach of the Columbia Central Lions, Brandon Levere. And, Coach, tough game the other night. I was hoping it at least go into overtime, but that shot just didn't drop. It was in the cylinder to tie the game at the buzzer, and a tough loss for your basketball team.
Yeah, tough loss for us. Got down in a hole early to start, a deep hole, and had to dig ourselves out of that hole. Came down to layups and free throws at the end of the game. We were much better this game with the turnovers. We kept those turnovers low, but at the end we couldn't finish layups and free throws to get us over the hump.
Yeah, tough way to lose, but I love the intensity and I love the fight that your basketball team has. I mean, if you're going to beat them, you're going to have to scrap and hustle because they're going to be battling for every loose ball and every play. And one thing particularly stuck out in my mind in that game, of course a lot of things, it was a very good game, very exciting game, was the passing of the post players. I love that double pass, that pass when the post player had like an open shot, but he passed it to the other post player for a better shot. I love that.
Yes. And essentially that's what we're kind of looking forward to today. Dravius Hall is going to be out this game with the ankle injury. He hurt his ankle last game. Dravius.
Oh, okay.
Dravius Hall, so
okay.
he won't be playing tonight.
Oh, man.
So we're looking at Jalen to be able to come in and step in as that backup post for us tonight.
You know, Coach Levere, I think it shows a lot about your team. You know, we didn't get the official number. I think we decided on a 24-point deficit there at one point in the first half. You know, that just says a lot that they even made that a game in the second half. I want to know, you know, what was the message at halftime? I know y'all stayed in there for a good little bit. What was your message to those guys?
Our message was, you know, they came out and punched us in the mouth to start, but it honestly started with our mishaps. We went over film session, and right before pregame, what we needed to do to execute and to start the game, they came out and executed, and we didn't execute. So that was the start of the game, and to get down, you know, 23, 24 points, in most people's eyes, that would be a shutout. That would be the basketball game. For us, it was controlling, again, what we can control, which was energy, intensity, and effort. And we played with that in the second half. So hopefully if we could put that together for 2 whole halves, we'll be good.
And of course, just 2 weeks ago that you played Blackman, and you got him again tonight. And of course, you defeated Blackman the last time, 44-41. Very close ball game in Murfreesboro. And tonight you got him here in Columbia Central at the Columbia Central High School Gymnasium. They're a pretty tough team.
Yes, tough team. Going to face them again. They're coming for some revenge from losing on their home court. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough game tonight. Strategies and tactics, you know, this game and tendencies are going to be high. Really, who could come down and get a defensive stop and execute on the offensive end is what it's going to come down to.
Is there anything different, you know, coming into a game, a team that you've already beaten before? Is there anything different preparation-wise, or are you coming into this thing the same way you went into the first game against Blackman?
Me personally, it is something different. You know, games have passed. You know, your team has kind of grown a little bit on each side. So, of course, we're going to come in with the same mindset, but I do look at things a little differently. How are they going to play certain situations? How are they going to play certain guys? So I take all of that into account, especially playing the team twice or maybe even 3 times.
And, of course, you mentioned that Dravius Hall, you know, 6'3", 280, 90 pounds, missing. How's that going to affect your team tonight?
We're going to have to communicate collectively, do our work early collectively, and guys are going to have to help each other out. You know, we're down a significant size post, so our other guys are going to have to step up, and again, we're going to have to play together in order to get this win and handle their size inside.
And, of course, the Ravens came on strong in the last game against Laverne, and Laverne's an excellent basketball team. They've got all the ingredients. They've got the guard play, they've got the wings, got the post, and hung in there tough with them and had a good chance of beating them on the end. So, you know, you played some of the better teams around this year. And, of course, tonight, of course, Blackman is a very good basketball team, well coached. And, of course, you came out with that dub, 44-41, just a couple of weeks ago. So it's, like I said, things change. And generally when Blackman play, it's a low-scoring game. It's usually 50 or less,
Yes.
Usually a lot less than 50.
Yes, again, going to be a tough dog fight. They do a good job defensively of trying to, you know, hold their own and not give up a lot of points, as well as us. But again, for us to get back on the winning side of things and to get back in that column, we're going to have to control, again, as I say pretty much every time, control what we can control, which is our effort, our intensity, and our IQ. And if we could do that, I feel like we have a good shot. Even looking at all the games that we've played so far, from the deficits that we've had, us executing but not executing to our full potential still. So that's the upside that I'm looking for. And hopefully we can put those pieces together soon, getting ready to go into district play.
And, of course, the last time, number 33 for Blackman, Christian Johnson, had 15 points. He was the only player for them in double figures, but he was hard to stop.
Yeah, big size kid. Post, he's going to seal hard, get to his left shoulder. And we're going to have to try to stop him collectively.
So good luck tonight with the Blackman Blaze. Lions are really, like I said, fighting and battling, and you got 5 wins, and the 6th win tonight would be very big for your basketball team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
With us is Brandon LeBeer, head coach of the Columbia Central Lions, taking on Blackman later on tonight. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more right after this timeout.
Foster Insurance Agency is a locally owned independent agency and a proud member of the Insurers of Tennessee. Foster represents many top-rated insurance companies such as Auto Owners Insurance. The great team at Foster has been servicing Columbia and surrounding areas in Middle Tennessee since 1952 and offers many commercial and personal insurance products. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient location at 204 West 4th Street in Columbia, Tennessee.
We always get the question, what is Caledonian? That's easy. We're a full financial services firm. Who is Caledonian? Well, that's a little more interesting. Monty has an economics background. Daisy and Perry come from the banking world. Gay is an accountant, and Thomas has science and business degrees. Blair was a small business owner. Finally, I'm Becky Price, and I have a background in education. Together, we make up Caledonian Financial in historic downtown Columbia.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through NBC Securities Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Are you looking to turn your car into cold, hard cash today? Don't look any further than Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Columbia. You probably know us for selling cars, but did you know we're in the business of buying cars? That's right, we buy all makes and models at top dollar every day. Show up with your car and leave with cash. It's that easy. Stop by today to get a written offer on your vehicle. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Columbia is family owned and proud to serve our community.
You can count on us.
It's halftime. Halftime score, Columbia Central Lady Lions 30, Blackman 16. Leading scorer for Columbia, Savia Morgan, averaging 16.2 points a game. She has 14 for Columbia. Columbia gets the basketball to start the second half. Morgan with it, gets a pick, works it to the left side, being bumped. There's a whistle, and let's see what the call is.
That was quick.
Foul call, Blackman. Deshauna Moore commits the foul, her first, team first. A little bumping going on as she made a move to the basket. Morgan with it, sets the offense. Jumps it, top of the key to Davis. Davis is bumped. Davis gives it off to Mulholland. Mulholland works around, back to Davis. Davis looking inside, gives it to Morgan. Morgan with a shot, no good. Rebound fought for, taken off by Blackman. Stevens
almost had it.
To Moore. Moore with a nice move. It's fouled by Columbia. Fouled by Savia Morgan.
It was a good move, and great job from Savia to stay with it right there. She didn't bite that fake for very long and came back and still almost made a play on the ball. Got a little bit of hand and got called for the foul.
First foul on Morgan. Free throw, Blackman in the air, no good.
That was a
Deshauna Moore.
Interesting shot for him right there.
Yes, it was.
Kind of like a double jump. I've never seen that before.
It's like dribbling the ball in midair and shooting it. Second free throw, no good. Rebound ripped out of there by Columbia. Morgan with it. Morgan pushes it down the floor for Columbia. Gets it on the right side, Mulholland. Mulholland drives the baseline, spins, out on top, gives it to Crawford. Crawford dumps it inside
Nice
Duke,
look.
wide open, but the shot scores. Give the bucket to Duke and the assist to Kayla Crawford.
That's her second very good pass of the night so far. Both to Duke, and then both ended up in buckets for Columbia.
Brooklyn Duke has 7 points. Blackman with the basketball. Moore with it. Gives it off to Stevens. Over to Dedrick. Dedrick with the ball out on top. They jump it inside and then kick it outside to Stevens. Stevens with a three-point shot is good. Stevens found a way to get open, knocks down her first points of the night on a triple, on a tray.
It's an open look.
Make it a 32-19 ball game.
Can't get more open than that.
Morgan with it for Columbia. Gives it off to Crawford. Crawford to Morgan. Morgan with it, drives the lane.
Threw it away.
Rips a pass to Mulholland. Too tall, throws it away. Columbia leading 32-19. They need to maintain momentum. Blackman back the other way. Dedrick out on top. Stevens. Stevens gets the ball over to Flowers. Works around to Dedrick. Dedrick with the ball.
Inside.
Kicks off on the right side. Shot Blackman off the side of the backboard, no good. Blackman comes up with it. Flowers with it on the left side, drives the baseline. Columbia tries to cut it off and rip the pass cross court, throws it away.
Hey,
Too hot, too high.
We will take that, Barry.
Big time. 6 minutes left in the third quarter, 32-19. Columbia led 30-16 at halftime. Morgan in the front court for Columbia. Lady Lions looking for their 10th win of the season. Crawford with it. Gives it off to Mulholland. Mulholland dumps it inside Davis. Davis is hammered on the play, and she'll be shooting two, Tiana Davis.
Good job on Tiana's part to still go up and try and make an attempt at that basket. She drew the foul right there on a mismatch down low. A much bigger person down there defending.
Eliana Dunbar commits the foul. That's her third. Free throw, rolling, dropping, good. Tiana Davis. Davis scores her 10th point. 33-19. Big bucket, Columbia holding off Blackman's momentum. Tiana Davis, 5'9" junior, will get another free throw for Columbia. Free throw, Davis is good.
Butter.
Davis has 11 points, and Columbia leads 34-19. Blackman walks the ball in the front court. Flowers kicks it on the right side. Stevens for three. Got it. Can't leave Stevens open. She knocks down the tray.
You cannot.
Her second tray of the night, keeping Blackman in the game. 34-22. 5:20 left in the third quarter. Columbia on top. Crawford with it. Works around the perimeter. Takes the top of the key, being pressured and foul call on Blackman as she was riding, the Blackman player riding Crawford.
It's 3 on Blackman already. In about 3 minutes.
Carrington Jackson commits the foul. Her first. Team third. Morgan tries, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound fought for. Taken out of there by Blackman.
Should have been a call there.
Blackman comes out of the pack with the basketball. Stevens gives it off to Moore. The Flowers top of the key, loses the handle, grabs it back. Drives the lane, dumps it off inside. Shot put up and in by Blackman.
That was a heck of a dish.
It was. 10-point game. Columbia's lead has been cut to 10. Momentum slowly shifting toward Blackman right now with 4:30 left in the third quarter.
Got to find a way to shift it back.
Columbia gets the ball to Davis. Davis spins, had the ball locked loose. Taken by Crawford to Morgan. On the loose ball. Morgan with it. Morgan drives the lane, jumps it off Mulholland to Duke on the right wing. Jumps it inside Davis. Davis spins, puts up the jumper, no good, but foul call.
Good effort.
And going to the line shooting two is Columbia's Tiana Davis.
She's been money from the stripe so far tonight. She's got to continue that.
Has to maintain. Moore commits the foul. That's her second, team fourth. Davis at the line shooting two. Free throw Davis is good. Tiana Davis has a dozen points for Columbia. Davis will get one more. Second free throw Davis. Short. Rebound Columbia. Mulholland comes out of the pack with it. Gives it back to Davis. Spinning, shooting. Off the glass, no good. Ball slapped around. Saved by Columbia's.
What a play.
Mulholland. Check that. Davis put it up, got it blocked away, lost it out of bounds, saves it, and it ricochets it off a Blackman player, and Columbia has the ball.
Hey, she made up for that missed second free throw right there. What an effort play right there from Tiana.
Davis with the inbounded feed from Morgan. Davis skip pass to Crawford, and a 3-second call on Columbia. Duke got caught in the lane, and Columbia turns it over on the 3-second count. 3:55 remaining in the third quarter. Columbia's lead is 11. Flowers with the basketball. Flowers out on top to Moore. They work it around the perimeter. Flowers drives the lane, had it picked away by Columbia. Taken by Davis. Davis runs the break. Davis going to slow it down, wait for the numbers. No, she's going to take it to the hole, puts up the shot.
What a move.
It's good, Tiana Davis.
What a move. What a strip by Savia Morgan to create that possession.
Exactly. And
Picked her
Davis
pocket.
looked like she was going to pass it, made a spin
She
move
did
to
it
the glass.
again.
Morgan with the steal, got a 3-on-1 break. Morgan to the hole, puts up the shot, scores. Sabaya Morgan with her first 2 in the second half has her average of 16.
Need another blow.
And Blackman needs a blow. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Columbia 39, Blackman 24. We'll be back right after this timeout.
We always get the question, what is Caledonian? That's easy. We're a full financial services firm. Who is Caledonian? Well, that's a little more interesting. Monty has an economics background. Daisy and Perry come from the banking world. Gay is an accountant, and Thomas has science and business degrees. Blair was a small business owner. Finally, I'm Becky Price, and I have a background in education. Together, we make up Caledonian Financial in historic downtown Columbia.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through NBC Securities Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Are you looking to turn your car into cold hard cash today? Don't look any further than Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Columbia. You probably know us for selling cars, but did you know we're in the business of buying cars? That's right, we buy all makes and models at top dollar every day. Show up with your car and leave with cash. It's that easy. Stop by today to get a written offer on your vehicle. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Columbia is family owned and proud to serve our community.
You can count on us.
3 minutes and 11 seconds remain in the third quarter. Lady Lions had to cut to 10, and now they get it back up to 15.
That's how they shifted that momentum back. They got it back right there.
Blackman with the basketball. Kaylin Flowers gives it off to Shauna Moore. To Katie Stevens. They work the ball around the perimeter. Lob inside, and a foul will be called on Davis. Tiana Davis on the reach in on the pass. Commits the foul. That's her second. Team second.
She got a little too aggressive.
Flowers with it, being pressured. Gives it off Stevens.
Ooh.
Stevens back
Almost
to
took
Flowers.
steps.
Yes, she did. They work the ball around the perimeter. Oh, almost stolen by Davis, but
Oh,
no.
man.
Davis got some body, and Davis picks up her third foul. Columbia cannot afford to get Davis into any more foul trouble. Picks up her third foul.
We don't need anybody in foul trouble.
Davis has 3, and I've got Mulholland with 2. Columbia with a short bench. Dumping inside Moore. Ball loose on the floor. Fight for it. Battle. Tie ball call.
Just going to stay down here.
Duke was coming out of the pack with it, and they blew the whistle before she could get control of it. Tie ball. Blackman with it. Lob to Okoye. Okoye in the lane. 3 seconds. Shot put up, no good. Rebound fought for. Coming over the back is Blackman. And a foul called on Blackman on the rebound.
Great effort all around from Columbia's defense. It's just what they're accustomed to.
So Columbia's basketball. 15 foul on Blackman. So the officials going to walk the other way. Going to put them in the free throw shooting position. Columbia will be shooting 2 free throws. Brooklyn Duke. See what kind of free throw shooter she is. Big free throws here. Free throw Brooklyn. Got it. Drained it.
Butter.
Scores her 8th point. Left hands it up there. Next second free throw is good.
That was crisp right there.
Yes, it was. Both nice free throws. Nice form. Rotating free throws by Brooklyn Duke. 41-24 Columbia.
No, sir.
Blackman open for the 3. No good. Rebound Crawford to Davis. Davis pushes it up to 4 for Columbia. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in third quarter. Tried to get it inside. Throws it away. Taken off by Okoye for Blackman.
Just didn't see her there.
Blackman spinning in the lane. Flowers spins, shoots, bangs it off the glass, and scores. Flowers for her 11th point and her first points in the second half.
She's pretty nifty.
Yes, she is. Makes it a 41-26 ball game. Davis with it. Top of the key. Fakes the 3, won't take it, gives it to Crawford. Crawford hands it off to Morgan. Morgan being bumped from behind. Puts up the jumper. Rolling, dropping, good. Morgan scores.
That ball thought about coming out for a second, but we're glad it decided to drop down.
And Sabaya scores her 18 points. She's averaging 16.2 a game. Ball stolen, Morgan.
That'll
Morgan
be 20.
pushes back the other way. Morgan with the layup. Got it. Sabaya Morgan scores her 20th point on the pick and go with the steal and the bucket for Columbia. Columbia goes up by 19, 45-26. Stevens with the basketball. Gives it out on top to Jackson. Jackson dumps it inside. Flowers. Flowers puts up the jumper. No good. Rebound ripped out of there by Columbia. Crawford with it. Crawford runs the break.
She double dribbled.
And double dribble called Crawford. She was looking, trying to get it to a cutting Mulholland and traveled. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Columbia leading by their biggest margin, 45-26.
Kind of reminds you of the first final score from Murfreesboro, just a little bit.
A little bit. Stevens running the point now for Blackman. Blackman with the basketball after the Columbia turnover. Coach wants somebody else to handle the ball because Columbia's Morgan's been taking it away, and Blackman turns it over.
I think Grandstaff rattled him a little bit and forced a bad connection on the pass right there.
Morgan with it for Columbia after the Blackman turnover. 30 seconds left. Morgan in the
That's
lane, puts up a
foul.
shot, no
Oh.
good, but she's fouled on the play. Morgan took it straight to the basket, put up the 15-footer, and foul call.
That would have been one heck of a shot. And it almost
went
dropped.
in. Almost. Neva Hines commits the foul. Her first. Morgan's free throw is good. Morgan has 21 points. Ties her highest score for the year. She's had 21 in one game before. She could break her own record this year. And she has 22. Second free throw is good. 22 points. Sabaya Morgan never breaks stride, never breaks expressions, but she's got the quickest hands on the planet.
That was a pretty nonchalant season record-breaking play right there.
Blackman with it, drives the baseline, had it stripped, and a pushing foul called on Columbia.
I think they're going to get Duke.
On the baseline.
Not Barry, but Brooklyn.
There you go. And that's her second foul. Ooh, Davis back into the game, reaching almost. Stevens with the three-point shot, no good. Rebound tipped around, no good. Blocked
What a
by
block.
Crawford. Crawford with the block and the takeaway. Crawford pushes it down the floor. Crawford gets it to Mulholland. Mulholland shot at the buzzer off the glass, no good.
Oh,
Columbia with the rebound, puts it up and in. It's good. Davis got the ricochet before the buzzer, puts it up and in, scores Columbia.
How about that?
Tiana Davis with her 16th point. What a play. Put the shot up a little early, high off the glass. Davis got the rebound, puts it up, and scores at the buzzer. And Columbia goes on top at the end of three. Columbia 49.
She got fouled.
And fouls. So Davis shooting a free throw. Got it.
Or was there a tech? Okay, just one. Okay.
They said she was fouled in the act of shooting as she scored at the buzzer. Tiana Davis has 17.
What a way to end the quarter.
At the end of the third quarter, the score, Columbia 50, Blackman 26. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Looking for convenience? Try Quick Mart Convenience Stores, conveniently located all across Murray County, southern Middle Tennessee, and North Alabama. Whether stopping in on your way to work for coffee and a biscuit, taking a plate lunch to go, or grabbing something cold to drink after a long, hot day at work, there's always one nearby. Quick Mart Convenience Stores, conveniently located all across southern Middle Tennessee and North Alabama. Proudly serving Shell gasoline.
This is WKRM 103.7 FM and 1340 AM, the home for the Columbia Central Lions for the past 75 years.
At the end of three quarters, the score, Columbia Central Lady Lions 50, looking for their 10th win of the season. Blackman is 26, 50-26 Lady Lions. I'm Barry Duke along with Lewis Mannix, and exciting ball game.
It's been great. It's been great. You know, Columbia Lady Lions were out for revenge tonight, and so far they've served it. They've got to hold up for a few more minutes. But, they can see a victory here.
Another quarter to go. Morgan with it to Davis on the left wing. Starts to shoot a three. Decides not to. Going to run a little clock.
That's what I'd like them to do, burn a lot of that clock off.
Columbia spreads the court. Davis with it to Morgan. Columbia leading by 24, 50-26. Morgan, top of the key. Reverse dribble, puts up the jumper, no good. Rebound, pulled out of there by Blackman Jackson.
It's a good job by Crawford to not go over the back. She almost did. Oh, that's over the back.
Not only that, she traveled.
Yeah.
Over and back,
Over and
travel,
back.
yeah. And Columbia gets the ball back.
Stevens tried to save it and jump across the timeline, but it did not work.
Everything going well for the Lady Lions so far tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Sabaya Morgan with the basketball for the Lady Lions. Gives it off Davis. Top of the key. Davis turned around, going to take it to the rack. Splits the defender, puts it up no good. Ball loose on the floor. Taken off by Blackman. Blackman pushes it down the floor. Flowers. Ball loose. Stolen. Morgan on the break. Got a 3-on-1 break. Morgan with a layup. Puts it up. Scores Columbia. Sabaya Morgan has 24 points for Columbia tonight. 24 points, and Columbia's doubled the score, 52-26.
She's had a great game.
With 6:40 left.
Almost half the points for Columbia.
In the game. Stevens drives, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, Brooklyn Duke. Kicks it off to Kayla Crawford. Crawford with it in the front court. Crawford working on the right side, puts up the jumper. Off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Jackson for Blackman.
Thought I was going to get my first money of the night.
Jackson loses it down the sideline, grabs it back. They dump it inside. Shot put up and in by Blackman.
Good shot.
Blackman with the bucket. And scoring that time is Neva Hines. Hines with the bucket. 52-28, 6 minutes left in the game. Lady Lions looking for revenge. And if it stays the way it is, big-time revenge. As they lost 2 weeks ago, 42-29 to this Blackman team. Morgan gets the ball to Crawford. They reach in from behind, knock the ball away, foul call. Foul call on Blackman. Jackson commits the foul. That's her second. Team first. Columbia gets the ball into Morgan. Morgan with it, being pressured by Hines. Ball's flapped away, taken by Blackman. Blackman pushes it down the floor. Blackman puts up the shot, no good, but foul that time by Columbia's Mulholland. Mulholland commits the foul. That's her third.
It's one of the few times you're going to see Savia Morgan with a turnover of her own.
Exactly.
She's usually creating them.
Blackman at the line. Free throw Blackman, no good. Kaylin Flowers at the line for Blackman. Second free throw of Flowers is good. Flowers has 12 points tonight to lead Blackman in scoring. Columbia 52, Blackman 29, and Columbia calls a timeout. 5 minutes and 33 seconds remain in the ball game. Columbia 52, Blackman 29. We'll be back right after this timeout.
This is Tripp Stoltz, owner and manager at Columbia Ace Hardware. We have changed our store hours to better serve our community. Columbia Ace Hardware is now open from 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard and let us show you customer service that can only be found at Columbia Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
52-29, Lady Lions on top. Lady Lions losing 2 weeks ago to this Blackman team, 42-29. Right now, the Lady Lions leading 52-29 with 5:33 left in the game.
Hey, like I said, Barry, they can see a victory. It's right there. They just got to close it out.
Morgan gets it over to Crawford. Crawford being bumped, has to get rid of it. 5-second counts on. Crawford drives the lane, loses the ball out of bounds to Blackman.
Just got double teamed, couldn't break it.
Got driving to the basket just in time as the 5-second count was on. Blackman with the basketball. Jackson.
There's a look.
3-point shot, no good. Rebound loose. Fault 4, goes out of bounds. They give it to Columbia. Columbia's basketball.
That was the right call.
5:05 left in the game. Columbia leading 52-29. Morgan gets it to Mulholland. Morgan walks it into front court for Columbia. Gives it to Crawford. Crawford operating on the left wing, being pressured by Jackson. Gives it off to Davis. Davis had it slapped away, grabs it back. Clock down to 4:40 in the game. Davis with it, drives, spins. 5-second count. No, they're going to call a foul on Blackman. Foul called on Stevens. Katie Stevens commits the foul. That's her third. And Davis will inbound it side front court, gets it into Morgan. Morgan bumped again. Morgan drives, splits through traffic. Shot put up Crawford, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Blackman. Morgan could have been fouled.
Yeah, she went down hard.
Flowers to the hole, puts up the shot, no good, and they call a foul on Columbia. Mulholland.
They're trying to drag this thing out a little bit, that's for sure.
A little bit. Mulholland commits her fourth foul. And going to the line for Blackman is Kaylin Flowers. Kaylin Flowers at the line. Shooting two. First free throw, back rim, no good. Flowers will get another free throw with 4 minutes and 23 seconds left in the game. Second free throw, Flowers, no good. Rebound, Blackman.
Over the back.
And rebounding foul against Blackman, Okori, as she just annihilated the shorter Columbia player on the rebound.
Yeah, she was laying on her back somehow. I don't know how that's possible, but laying flat on another person's back. And so that's a hard task to accomplish.
Bigger, stronger will do that. Push the Columbia player under the basket and foul call. 52-29 Columbia. Columbia with the basketball. Crawford with it, being pressured. Gives it off to Davis. Tiana Davis has had a great game tonight for Columbia. Davis kicks it off to Morgan. Morgan's had a great game also. Jumps it off to Mulholland. Mulholland to Davis. Clock down to 3:50. Columbia leading 52-29. Morgan with it on the curl. Off to Crawford. Crawford tries to dump it inside. Ball deflected. Taken away by Blackman. Blackman to Okori for the breakaway. Blows it. Rebound Morgan in the trees. Got the rebound for Columbia. Morgan coming up from behind her. Knocks it down. And a foul call, Morgan. Take a pick. She got fouled by three players from behind. Take a pick.
And they bulldozed her.
They did.
Her knees they're gonna be burning in the morning. That's terrible.
We're gonna call it on Flowers. Flowers second, team fourth. Columbia with the basketball. They inbound it to Crawford. Crawford with it, drives, being bumped, and foul called Blackman. Carrington Jackson commits the foul. That's her third.
And that'll put Columbia at the line.
All coming in the third quarter, and that may be why they were fouling to extend the game. Columbia leading 52-29. Columbia's got a lot of mileage out of the players tonight.
Not a lot of subs.
Not a lot. Free throw, Crawford, good. Kayla Crawford scores her first point tonight. She'll get another free throw. Kayla Crawford, the 5'7" junior. Crawford, second free throw, good. Crawford knocks down two free throws, and Columbia leads 54-29. KK Bailey into the game for Columbia as Crawford comes out.
Yeah, Bailey's been the one sub that's flowed in and out pretty regularly.
Blackman with the basketball. Chisholm back into the game. Ball stolen away, Columbia. Morgan with the steal. Morgan gives it off Davis. Davis down the lane, loses the handle. Fight for it. Runs over the Columbia player, and a foul call on Blackman.
That time, Savia just straight up took it from him. Tapped it out of her hands, holding it up high. Tapped it a couple more times and came down with it.
Jackson is called for the foul. Carrington Jackson commits the foul, her fourth for Blackman. Davis, free throw, good. Tiana Davis scores her 18th point. 3:07 left in the game. Brooklyn Duke comes out of the game, into the game for Columbia. Kinsey Burking. Davis, second free throw, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Okoye for Blackman. Blackman with the ball, pushes it down the floor. Hines to Stevens. Stevens with it, ball stolen away Columbia. Morgan with the steal. Morgan runs the break, got a 2-on-2 break. Morgan to the hole, puts up the shot. It's good. Morgan scores.
26.
Morgan's got 26 points, and I think that's a career high for Morgan. 26 points for Savia Morgan, headed to the University of Tennessee to play softball for the Lady Vols. Ball slapped around inside, stolen away Columbia. Burking with the steal to Bailey. And they give it off to Columbia's Tiana Davis.
Wish I knew how many steals she had. It's got to be up there in almost double digits, too.
You're actually exactly right. Mulholland with it, drives the right side, tries to go under the baseline, puts up the shot, spinning shot won't go. Ball tipped out of bounds. And last touch by Blackman, Columbia's basketball. Coming in for the first time tonight is Anaya Davis, 6'3" junior for Columbia. You don't get to say that often for the Lady Lions. 6'3" Lady Lion. Morgan inbounds the play to Davis. 2:15 left in the game. Davis into Davis. Davis off the glass, no good. Davis fights for it, puts up again, no good. Davis fights again for it, can't get it. Anaya Davis.
She's just got to come into her own a little bit, and when she does, she's going to be special.
Very good athlete, moves well,
yep.
And plays pretty good defense and rebounds well. Just her offensive skills have not come around yet. Stevens for three, no good. Rebound fought for, off
Columbia.
Blackman, Columbia's basketball.
Yep.
Also coming in for Columbia for the first time tonight, Samira Angus. Columbia unloading the bench. Morgan goes out. Sabaya Morgan goes out of the game with 26 points tonight. And as you said, probably double-digit steals.
She's been phenomenal, just like always.
57-29, Columbia. Also coming out for Columbia is Tiana Davis, who has 18 points tonight.
Yeah, Angus just lost the pass out of bounds.
Columbia turns it over. Columbia has Angus. No, Davis still in there. Angus, Tiana Davis, Anaya Davis, Burkeen, and Bailey. Blackman with the basketball. Dedrick kicks it off on the right side to Hines. Back to Dedrick. Clock down a minute 20 left in the game. Columbia leading 57-29. Blackman with the basketball. Works it around the perimeter. Chisholm, they get it inside to Okoye. Okoye spins, puts it up and in.
That was good ball movement.
Yeah, they got Okoye open. She puts it in for an 8th point. And Columbia makes a substitution. Coming in on the dead ball is Kennedy Frierson as Tiana Davis goes out. Tiana Davis has had a great game for the Lady Lions, 18 points tonight. Angus walks it in the front court for Columbia. Columbia leading 57-31 with a minute to go. Angus with it under pressure. Gives it out to Burkeen. Burkeen to Angus. Angus for three. In and out, no good. Rebound taken off by Blackman. Angus almost got it to go. Blackman pushes it down the floor. Ball stolen Columbia. Bailey with the steal. Bailey got a 2-on-2 break. Bailey to the hole. Puts up the shot. No good. Foul call. And Bailey will be shooting 2 free throws. K.K. Bailey.
That shot from Angus gave me like PTSD from the Laverne game, Barry. That was
exactly.
That was the exact same shot. In and out. Went around the rim.
Spun around the rim.
Yep.
K.K. Bailey, a 5'3" sophomore. Free throw Bailey, no good. Back rim. Bailey will get another free throw with 35.6 seconds left in the ball game. Lady Lions up 57-31. K.K. Bailey. Second free throw Bailey. Got it.
High arcing.
K.K. Bailey with her first point tonight. Makes it a 58-31 ball game. Blackman in the front court. Dedrick gives it off to stolen away Columbia. Angus with it. Chases it down. Angus to Frierson. To Burkeen. Burkeen with the basketball. 5'7" junior. Clock down to 14. Burkeen stops and walks. Turns it over with 11 seconds left. 58-31. Columbia Lady Lions on top. Looking for their 10th win of the season. Looking to go 10-1. Blackman with it. Gives it off Jackson. Inside Okori. Okori puts up the shot, scores.
Good turnaround.
And that's your ball game. Okori with a shot at the buzzer with 10 points for Blackman. Final score, Columbia Central Lady Lions 58, Blackman 33. 58-33, Columbia Lady Lions. We'll take a break and we'll wrap it up right after this timeout.
This is Elk Kennedy. The old saying is, happy wife, happy life could be more true. Many years ago, my wife, Mary Susan, had major surgery on her back, but continued with chronic pain. Doctors were saying invalid, disabled. But then she found the Dr. Gill Center for Back, Neck, and Chronic Pain in Franklin, Tennessee. It has changed our lives. We visited there recently with Dr. Wendy Toohey, saw the state-of-the-art facilities. Folks, don't take a pill. Call Dr. Gill.
Go to callmepainfree.com.
This is Clayton Harris, and you're listening to the home of the Columbia Central High Lions, 103.7 WKRM, Columbia, Tennessee.
Back in the Columbia Central High School Gymnasium, I'm Barry Duke along with Lewis Maddox. Big night for the Columbia Central Lady Lions. The revenge has been obtained tonight. Final score, Lady Lions winning 58-33 over Blackman. And Columbia playing without one of the triplets, Kiana Edwards, and Lady Lions prevail anyway.
And yeah, not taking anything away from Kiana Edwards, but Brooklyn Duke stepped up terrifically, and they really, didn't seem to miss her that much against a team that gave them their only loss of the season. We talked about revenge coming into this one. They handed it right back to the Lady Blaze tonight. I was impressed with three things, Barry. Number one, obviously, Savia Morgan, probably a record-breaking season high, probably career high point total for her, 26.
Exactly.
26 points, probably had more than 10 steals as well. She had a terrific night. Tiana Davis really impressed me tonight. That might have been her season high or career high as well. She had 18 and played fantastically, especially in the first half. She looked outstanding, shot really well from the stripe. She made she created a lot of opportunities to get to the line, and she connected on, most of the free throws that she was given the opportunity for. And then thirdly, Kayla Crawford really impressed me tonight with her passing.
Exactly.
She had a few really, really nice passes, especially to Brooklyn Duke for open looks, and that was the main thing in that Blackman game, was creating those looks. That's what the Lady Lions were doing, but they could not connect on those open looks. Tonight, they connected on just about everything, and they put a butt whooping on Blackman tonight.
As you said, Savia Morgan had 26 points tonight. Anaya Mulholland only had 2, but she played well all over the floor. Then, of course, Tiana Davis had probably a career night, 18 points for Tiana Davis. Kayla Crawford had 2 points, but played well tonight, as you mentioned. And, of course, KK Bailey came in, had a point tonight, and 9 points, Brooklyn Duke. Several rebounds and some great defensive stops for Brooklyn Duke. And Columbia, late in the game, were able to play the whole bench. So a big win for the Lady Lions. The Blackman Blaze were led in scoring by Kaylin Flowers, who had an excellent game. And also tonight, Mariah Okori came off the bench and scored 10 points for Blackman. 6 points, Katie Stevens on 2 threes. And 1 point from Shoshana Moore. And 2 points from Neva Hines. Final score, Lady Lions win. Lady Lions winning by the score of 58-33 as they avenge a 42-29 loss to Blackman just 2 weeks ago. So a big win for the Lady Lions to run their record to 10-1 on the season. So a big game for the Lady Lions, a big win for them. Next game coming up, the Columbia Central Lions. And the Lions taking on Blackman Blaze. And of course, Columbia tonight will be playing without their big guy in the middle. They'll be playing without Jaravius Hall. And Hall, an ankle injury. And, of course, Hall had a big game Tuesday.
Yeah, probably his best game of the season. He played terrifically.
Had 10 points. So we'll see how that factors into Columbia. As Columbia will be trying to defend Blackman, and Blackman has a strong inside game with Christian Johnson, who had 15 points in the last meeting.
Yeah, him and DK Armstrong in particular last game, they seemed like they had been, working countless hours in the gym by themselves, learning each other's tendencies. I mean, they were finding each other on some Jason Williams, Steve Nash type stuff, on a passing level. It was great to see those guys getting the ball to each other when they were both in the game at the same time, the way they did. It was terrific. So definitely going to miss that tonight, but DK will definitely have to step up, and I think he's up to the task.
I think so, too. It'll be a big factor in the ball game. Columbia Lady Lions got revenge on Blackman, and Blackman Blaze guys are looking for revenge against Columbia as Columbia defeated Blackman 2 weeks ago, 44-41. So it should be an exciting game tonight between Columbia Central and Murfreesboro Blackman Blaze.
Hopefully they can't follow the trend.
Exactly. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the boys game between Columbia Central and Blackman in a few minutes.
They live in historic downtown Columbia with their dog. Dog rescue work is their passion project. They consider Middle Tennessee their backyard, and their lives are full of all things Tennessee. Debbie says there is no greater honor than to help someone find a home. To be trusted with that job, there is no greater privilege. Call Debbie at the Nashville Realty Group, 615-476-3224, 615-476-3224.
Don't let pain keep you out of the game. Murray Regional Physical Therapy's experienced team of therapists can help you recover from surgery, injury, or illness by designing a plan that meets your unique needs. We utilize state-of-the-art equipment and proven techniques to help you get back to doing the things you love. Schedule a consultation at any of our convenient Southern Middle Tennessee locations by calling 931-380-4014. Murray Regional Health, where clinical excellence meets compassionate care.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC. Parks Motor Sales was founded by my granddad, Bobby Parks, and my great-granddad, Julian Mays, in 1958. We've been family-owned the whole time, and being family-owned, locally owned, means you get to get your next vehicle or your existing vehicle serviced by the same people who stand in the grocery line with you, drop their kids off at the same school you do, and smile and are happy to see you when they do. So come see us at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee on 919 Nashville Highway or parksmotorsales.com.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Foster Insurance Agency is a locally owned independent agency and a proud member of the Insurers of Tennessee. Foster represents many top-rated insurance companies such as Auto Owners Insurance. The great team at Foster has been servicing Columbia and surrounding areas in Middle Tennessee since 1952 and offers many commercial and personal insurance products. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient location at 204 West 4th Street in Columbia, Tennessee.
We always get the question, what is Caledonian? That's easy. We're a full financial services firm. Who is Caledonian? Well, that's a little more interesting. Monty has an economics background. Daisy and Perry come from the banking world. Gay is an accountant, and Thomas has science and business degrees. Blair was a small business owner. Finally, I'm Becky Price, and I have a background in education. Together, we make up Caledonian Financial in historic downtown Columbia.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through NBC Securities Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Are you looking to turn your car into cold hard cash today? Don't look any further than Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Columbia. You probably know us for selling cars, but did you know we're in the business of buying cars? That's right, we buy all makes and models at top dollar every day. Show up with your car and leave with cash. It's that easy. Stop by today to get a written offer on your vehicle. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Columbia is family owned and proud to serve our community.
You can count on us.
Hello, this is Rick Tillis from Tillis Jewelry. What is a full-service jeweler?
Experienced staff, custom designers, in-house jewelry repairs, and beautiful jewelry. Yes, at Tillis Jewelry, we are passionate, knowledgeable, and committed to integrity. We strive to be the best in our community and in our profession. We build long-term relationships and become part of family traditions that will cross generations. We delight clients by providing an unparalleled selection, superior service, and exceptional value. Tillis Jewelry, we exceed your expectations.
Looking for convenience? Try Quick Mart convenience stores, conveniently located all across Murray County, southern Middle Tennessee, and North Alabama. Whether stopping in on your way to work for coffee and a biscuit, taking a plate lunch to go, or grabbing something cold to drink after a long hot day at work, there's always one nearby. Quick Mart convenience stores, conveniently located all across southern Middle Tennessee and North Alabama. Proudly serving Shell gasoline.
This is Tripp Stoltz, owner and manager at Columbia Ace Hardware. We have changed our store hours to better serve our community. Columbia Ace Hardware is now open from 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard and let us show you customer service that can only be found at Columbia Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This is Elk Kennedy. The old saying is, happy wife, happy life couldn't be more true. Many years ago, my wife, Mary Susan, had major surgery on her back, but continued with chronic pain. Doctors were saying invalid, disabled. But then she found the Dr. Gill Center for Back, Neck, and Chronic Pain in Franklin, Tennessee. It has changed our lives. We visited there recently with Dr. Wendy Toohey, saw the state-of-the-art facilities. Folks, don't take a pill. Call Dr. Gill.
Go to callmepainfree.com.
Are you a homeowner looking to unlock the potential of your home equity? Explore a home equity loan with First Farmers. Hi, this is Felicia Brown with First Farmers, and we would like to invite you to access funds with a home equity loan. For home improvements, invest in education, or simplify your finances, you can make your dreams a reality with the power of your home equity. Get started today. Apply online at myfirstfarmers.com or call to speak with one of our team specialists at 1-800-882-8378, Equal Housing Lender.
Debbie Matthews, realtor, and her husband Jason, who is a prose songwriter, also own a music publishing company. They live in historic downtown Columbia with their dogs. Dog rescue work is their passion project. They consider Middle Tennessee their backyard, and their lives are full of all things Tennessee. Debbie says there is no greater honor than to help someone find a home. To be trusted with that job, there is no greater privilege. Call Debbie at the Nashville Realty Group, 615-476-3224, 615-476-3224.
Columbia Lions basketball is on the air. Columbia Central High School basketball is brought to you in part by Parks Motor Sales, Collins Pharmacy, The Garbage Man, Sands Fence Company, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Davis Heating and Cooling, Fair Financial Group, Murray Regional, First Farmers, Foodland of Columbia, Tin Pin Alley, Ace Hardware, Quick Mart Convenience Stores, Foster Insurance, Debbie Matthews Realtor, Tillis Jewelry, Dr. Gill, Brown's Body Shop, The Way Realty, and the Jeweler's Bench. Now down to the floor, the longtime voice of your Columbia Central Lions, here's Barry Duke.
And welcome back to the Columbia Central High School Gymnasium. I'm Barry Duke along with Lewis Maddox, bringing you Columbia Central High School basketball action. Great crowd on hand here tonight, Lewis.
Yeah, you know it's a good crowd when Barry and I are kind of boxed into our little table up here atop the home side of Hardy Lloyd Gymnasium. But there's nothing wrong with that.
That's a good problem to have.
That is a great problem to have, especially when Murray County Public Schools just got let out for Christmas. So that tells you that these kids and these parents and grandparents and everybody wants to be here because they just got out of school about a couple hours ago, and now they're already back in school. But this time it's on their own terms.
And tonight, the Lady Lions got revenge, as we mentioned, winning big tonight, 58-33 over Murfreesboro Blackman. Now Blackman boys probably want some revenge as the Lions went up to Murfreesboro 2 weeks ago and defeated Blackman 44-41. And Columbia tonight playing it out to Ravius Hall, and Blackman has a very good lot of size and good inside game. So we'll see how that factors in tonight for the Columbia Central Lions.
Yeah, and they're going to have to do it without some of their own size. Dravius Hall not playing tonight. If you're just tuning in, got a little bit of an ankle problem. Nothing too serious, but he's unavailable for the game tonight. It's DK Armstrong going to have to take the brunt of that work down low, which he's already the starter, but a good six-man in Jaravius that can come in and really help out is not going to be available tonight. So it's going to be a challenge, but Columbia, packed house, own floor, Hardy Lloyd Gymnasium. Just like I said with the girls, the energy's going to be there, the intensity's going to be there. And the question is Columbia going to come to play? If they do, I think this will be a really good game.
Of course, Columbia coming into tonight's game with a record of 5-4. Blackman is 6-2 on the year, and Blackman has a very, very good basketball team. Of course, Columbia winning in Murfreesboro, 44-41. So it all depends on how Columbia handles this game tonight. Columbia's 5-4, but they've been in all the games. The losses been very close. Hotly contested games, just couldn't get over the hump. So maybe tonight is the night that they start to get over the hump a little bit.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Levere. This team is still 100% behind Brandon Levere as their head coach. You could see it in the second half. I mentioned most teams would lay down being down 24 points in the first half of a basketball game, and they didn't. They came all the way crawling back and had it at a one-point game at one point. This is going to be a really good game between Blackman and Central.
Blackman's coached by Barry Wortham. And actually, coach of Blackman did color for me at the state tournament many years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I got some competition on the floor tonight. Huh?
Starting lineup, Blackman, C.J. McDonald. Number 3, Trey Saffold. Number 12 is Quentin Bass. And the man in the middle, Christian Johnson, who cost Columbia a lot of problems, 6'5" junior Christian Johnson. And rounding up the starting five is number 5, Dyson Elam. For Columbia, Jordan Davis had 9 points the last time against Blackman. Number 10, the point guard, Kenneth Jackson, who's really grown and playing well. Number 12 is K.I. Hunt, a 6-foot junior. Jeremiah Vaughn starting tonight, and D.K. Armstrong starting for Columbia. Brandon Levere in his first year as head coach of the Columbia Central Lions. The Lions will have Jordan Davis, Kenneth Jackson, K.I. Hunt, D.K. Armstrong, and Jeremiah Vaughn as their starting five. Normally they start Demarion Polk.
Yeah, it's a interesting one right there.
But Polk
maybe a matchup thing. He's been coming a little more hot as of lately. So hopefully he can come in off the bench and put up some shots from beyond the arc for us.
Of course, Polk is setting in the first seat on the bench, so he'll be the first man off the bench for Columbia. Center jump between Columbia Central's D.K. Armstrong and Christian Johnson. Tip is up, controlled by Blackman, but the whistle blows, and they're going to jump it again.
Not a good way to start. That's all right. We'll get it started here eventually.
They reset the clock. They're going to jump it over. 6'6" against 6'5". Tip is up, controlled by Blackman. Blackman with the basketball. They get it in the front court. Hand off to Quentin Bass. Bass with it. Gives it over to McAfee. McAfee with it, top of the key. Off to Bass. They work the ball around the front. Very deliberate basketball team.
Yeah, they are. A lot of movement.
McAfee with it with a shot off the glass. No good. Rebound, D.K. Armstrong.
Good
nice
board.
rebound.
Good board.
To Jackson. In the front court to Davis. Davis takes it down the lane. Goes all the way under. Puts it up. Won't go.
Oh,
tapped up
nice tip
by Columbia's D.K. Armstrong with the tip in.
That thing was going to come off. That's a great play by D.K. to just go up there and give it a little love tap.
And that gives Armstrong some confidence, too.
Yeah, it does.
2-0 Columbia. Blackman with it in the front court. Blackman with the basketball. Flowers on the right wing. Gives it on top to McAfee. Back over to Bass. Blackman loaded with guards right now. Blackman looking inside to Johnson. Gets loose. Ball slapped out of bounds. Oh, they're going to call a foul. Foul called Columbia's. Ball got slapped loose inside.
Yeah, it looked like they got a piece of arm right there, but good effort right there from Columbia defensively. They're going after that. They're going after the basketball.
Columbia started Jeremiah Vaughn tonight. Vaughn picks up his first foul, team first. Blackman will inbound it under the basket. Flowers gets it on top to McAfee.
That was steps. That was steps.
Turns it over to Columbia. Turnover, Columbia's basketball. Jeremiah Vaughn will inbound it. Gets it into Jackson.
Got happy feet on the pump fake.
It's going to be two good post players, two big post players for either team, and rest of them guards.
That's going to be the key matchup tonight.
Call, offensive foul call. Offensive foul call against Columbia. Illegal screen.
I think that went against KI.
And you're right, Hunt is called for the foul. Illegal screen. Blackman not a high-scoring team. They average less than 50 points a game. Blackman with it in the front court. Gives it to McAfee. McAfee gets the ball over to Flowers. Flowers with it. Blackman very deliberate on offense. Gets inside Johnson. Johnson spins. Johnson shoots. Johnson scores. Johnson is the big man. Christian Johnson for Blackman. And Blackman gets on the scoreboard as Christian Johnson with his first bucket. And they are content to get the ball inside Johnson.
That's going to be the matchup.
Jackson to the hole. Got bumped. Spins. Shoots. No good. Rebound. Blackman. Johnson.
That's going to be the matchup down low between DK and Johnson.
Johnson with it, got a running start.
Yeah,
Turnaround shot. Johnson scores. Johnson, happy feet. They don't call it. Turnaround spin. 10-footer in the lane. Scores. And Blackman takes a 4-2 lead over Columbia. Davis with it for Columbia. Puts up the shot. Got hammered. And a foul called on Blackman. And Davis will go to the line for Columbia, shooting 2 free throws with 5 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
These are going to be big all night.
Yep. Both teams. Jordan Davis at the line. Free throw, Jordan. Got it.
That's big. It's big to start it off from the strike, hitting one.
Exactly. See the ball go through the net. Davis will get another free throw to tie the game. Second free throw, Davis, is good.
Big
Jordan
time.
Davis knocks down 2 free throws. 6'3" senior headed to Ball State to play football. Wide receiver. No, defensive back.
Cornerback, yes, sir.
Blackman with the ball, being pressured. McAfee. 3-point shot, Blackman, no good. Over the back, Blackman for the rebound. Then they're going to call a touch foul on Columbia.
Went right over DK to get that board. And then Jordan right in front of him went up to get the ball, and they call it on him.
Foul call, Jordan Davis, his first, team second. Actually, team third. Blackman with the ball, getting a couple of breaks. 3-point shot, Blackman, no good. Rebound slapped around, fought for. Blackman comes up with it. Johnson with the shot, no good. Rebound ripped out of there by Columbia.
Good effort.
K.I. Hunt to Jackson. To Davis. To Jackson. Jackson with it. Top of the key to Davis. Davis, 3-point shot. Off the glass, no good. Rebound, Hunt. Hunt to the hole. Puts up the shot, no good.
Oh.
Fight for the rebound. Blackman comes up with it.
He stepped
Ball stolen
out.
to Columbia. Way out. And Hunt with it, and he's fouled by Blackman.
It went right at the official on the baseline. He kind of had to duck his head, so I'm not going to give him a hard time for missing that one, but he definitely was out of bounds.
Hunt got smacked in the face. Of course, he had, I don't know if he had stitches, but he had a cut chin down in Hickman County and still played.
We got a small lineup in right now.
Davis, the inbounder for Columbia, gets it in.
Oh.
Shot put up no good. Foul call. Into the game for Columbia with the inbounded feed was Jalen Knight. Put the shot up, got hammered. Foul call, Blackman.
Yeah, and Polk in there too now. They take Armstrong out and Vaughn.
Jeremiah Vaughn will go to the line shooting 2 free throws. Free throw Vaughn just into the game. Check that. That's Jalen Knight. Knight just into the game. 6'1" sophomore. Scores. Second free throw of Knight. Back rim, no good. Rebound taken off by Blackman. Blackman with the rebound. Blackman with it in the front court. Flowers. Flowers goes all the way under. Puts up the shot, no good. Ball deflected out. Taken by Blackman. Stafford. Staffold. 3-point shot, Blackman. In and out, no good. Rebound, Johnson. Johnson with the putback, scores. Johnson got his 6-point.
Real small lineup. Whenever Johnson gets the ball, it's going to be a mismatch regardless. With Knight on him right now, he's still at a substantial disadvantage height-wise.
Jackson with for Columbia puts up the shot, no good. Got hammered on the play and foul call. Demarion Polk into the game for Columbia. And going to the line shooting 2 free throws for Columbia is Kenneth Jackson. Foul called on Blackman's McAfee. McAfee commits his first. Team 4th. Free throw Jackson. Line drives it in for his first point tonight. And we're tied at 6 with 4:05 left in the first quarter. Also in for Columbia, Malachi Horton, the 6-foot senior for the Lions. Jackson, second free throw is good.
Butter.
Kenneth Jackson, 2 free throws for Columbia, gives Columbia a 1-point lead. Columbia leading 7-6. Full court pressure, Columbia. Blackman gets it in the front court. Takes it off on the right side, gives it off to Flowers. Flowers with it over to Blackman's McAfee. To Flowers. Kicks it off on the right side. Off to Bass. They work the ball around the perimeter. Throws it on the right side to McAfee. Blackman going to run their offense. They're going to run it around. Johnson dumps it inside. Runs over the Columbia player. Offensive foul called. Blackman.
Great job by Jordan Davis. He set his feet right when he needed to, and he sold it a little bit, but that's okay as long as it's a Lion doing it.
Jackson commits the foul. Columbia with the basketball. Kenneth Jackson walks it in the front court. Works it on the right side, being pressured. Goes all the way under, puts up the shot. Traveling call. Not sure about the travel, a lot of contact, but traveling call. Columbia turns it over.
I was thinking a charge right there from Kenneth, but
that's what I was thinking.
Either way, it's same outcome.
Full court pressure, Columbia. Still in backcourt is Blackman. Got to be a 10-second call.
It was close.
Blackman just gets it across. Flowers dumps it inside. Ball slapped loose, taken back by Blackman. Blackman has control of the basketball. Flowers had to slap away. Back tip by Jackson. So Columbia's Armstrong. Check that to Columbia's. And Jackson comes up with it for the bucket. Kenneth Jackson with a breakaway.
Jackson got up there. You know, he's not that tall, but his hand smacked the rim right there on that layup. Almost looked like he was about to dunk it.
Polk slapped it away to Jackson. Jackson with the layup. You're right. Columbia takes a 9-6 lead. Blackman with the basketball, working on the right wing. Back to Johnson. Gives it over to Flowers. Flowers with the basketball. Out on top to Bass. Bass with on the right side, Johnson looking inside. Columbia. Blackman camping in the lane.
Yeah, good defense by Knight that time.
Shot Blackman, no good. Rebound. Fault force, saved by Columbia. Polk with the save to Davis.
Great effort by Polk.
Gives it off to Jackson. Jackson's going to slow it down. 1 minute, 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Columbia leading 9-6 over Murfreesboro Blackman. Jackson with it on the right wing under pressure. Almost had it taken away. Grabs it back. Gives it off to Knight. Over to Davis on the right wing. Out on top, Jackson. Jackson walks it around. Blackman playing an extended zone, 2-3 zone. Polk with the basketball, goes one-on-one on the baseline. Jumps it inside Davis. Davis puts it up no good, but he's fouled on the play.
Great dish by Polk. He tried to go up for a shot on the baseline right there. Didn't have a look. And dished it with the left hand right to Davis, who was right in the lane. He had a look, got fouled, and more opportunities for points.
Christian Johnson commits the foul. That's his second. Davis at the line. Free throw good by Jordan Davis. Davis missed a little gimme in front of the basket, but he was fouled, so he's shooting 2 free throws. First free throw is good by Jordan Davis. Second free throw, Davis, good. Davis has 4 points, and Columbia leads 11-6. Davis goes out into the game for Columbia.
That's kind of an interesting sub right there. Bringing Armstrong for Davis.
PK Armstrong in. Full court pressure, Columbia. Flowers gets it inbounds, gets it to.
Oh, yeah.
Ball stolen, Columbia. Yeah. Columbia with the steal. Columbia gets it off Polk. Polk double pump. Puts it up, scores.
What a move.
Demarion Polk with his first 2. He had 27 against Hickman County. Whistle blows and players stop. Ball slapped away, Columbia. Stolen away, but a foul call.
I think that was feedback from Dan Jane's microphone over there. That sounded like a whistle. And the entire Columbia bench started walking out onto the floor. They thought it was a timeout. That was pretty funny.
And Blackman just stopped in backcourt with the basketball. They just stopped.
And then their coach stood up and said, "You need to go. You need to go. We're not calling a timeout." I'm going to have to text Dan about that later. He's going to tell him he's interfering with the game there.
Stop the game. Game stopping. Action resumes. Columbia up 13-6. Flowers with the basketball for Blackman. Kicks off on the right side, Jackson. Blackman works around perimeter. Staffold with it. Off to Bass. To Johnson. Dump it inside Johnson. Ball slapped to loose. Taken by Columbia. With it is Vaughn. Vaughn with it on the right side. Goes to Horton. Horton with the basketball for Columbia.
Should have taken that shot. Had a little bit of a look there.
Gives it off to Vaughn. To Polk. Clock down to 25 seconds. Columbia going to go for the last shot of the quarter, perhaps. Leading 13-6. Polk pump fake. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebound taken off by Blackman. Clock down to 16. Blackman with it. Runs the break. Runs over Columbia player. Got to be a charge.
Another charge.
It's got to be a charge.
Yes,
finally. Charge. Great play that time by Malachi Horton. Set him up on the charge on the fast break. Big time break. Not break, but big time play by Malachi Horton defensively.
Yeah, it was.
13-6 is the score. 13 seconds left in the first quarter.
It's been a long first quarter.
It has. Malachi looks shaken up on the play, but shaking it off. They stop action for some reason. Blackman's coach is upset. Clock not starting. Clock didn't start, and Aaron starts. Polk with it. Gives it off to Vaughn. In the lane. Armstrong hammered on the plate, puts up the shot, no good, but a foul call.
For a second, it looked like that thing was about to go in there. That would have been a heck of a shot by DK, but still great effort, gets to the line.
So DK will go to the line, shooting 2 for Columbia. Foul should be on Johnson, and it is for Blackman. That's his second foul. DK free throw, back rim, no good. Armstrong will get another free throw to get Johnson out of the game. Blackman brings Bass into the game.
Officials looking at something here. Not really sure what.
Who they call the foul on, I'm sure. They've not really said who committed the foul. DK Armstrong missed the free throw. He'll get one more.
Maybe they give DK that first free throw back.
Armstrong at the free throw lane. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Columbia. Polk with snatches the rebound. Puts up the jumper, no good. Rebound, Blackman. Almost went in, Polk. At the end of the first quarter, the score is Columbia 13, Blackman 6. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Looking for convenience? Try Quick Mart Convenience Stores, conveniently located all across Murray County, southern Middle Tennessee, and North Alabama. Whether stopping in on your way to work for coffee and a biscuit, taking a plate lunch to go, or grabbing something cold to drink after a long, hot day at work, there's always one nearby. Quick Mart Convenience Stores, conveniently located all across southern Middle Tennessee and North Alabama. Proudly serving Shell gasoline.
This is WKRM 103.7 Columbia, Tennessee. Your home for the Columbia Central Lions for over 75 years.
At the end of the first quarter, the score, Columbia Central Lions leading 13-6 in a very deliberate, low-scoring game, but a lot of excitement also.
That's usually how it goes with Blackman. You know, a 44-41 final and the win over Blackman a couple of weeks ago for Columbia. That's just how these games are played out. And, you know, Columbia's defense has been great. Blackman tried to get the offense going a little bit. They had 4 guards in the game to start out. And Columbia defended them well, held them to 6 points in that first quarter.
Columbia's basketball to start the second quarter. Polk, Hunt, Armstrong, Horton.
3 seconds.
And Columbia's Vaughn. And Columbia's called for the 3-second count. Columbia turns it over. In a game like this, Lewis, every turnover is very important.
Yes,
every shot is important.
Yes.
Blackman with the basketball. They get it in the front court. Driving all the way under. Blocked away by
come on.
Jackson, and a foul call against Columbia.
Armstrong swatted that ball.
Maybe they called it off the ball. No, they called it on Armstrong on a nice block, a clean block. Armstrong commits his first foul.
Looked like it to me.
That's why I was thinking somebody on the off ball called it, was fouled. Called for the foul. Blackman at the line. Free throw no good. Ball don't lie.
You stole the words right out of my mouth.
He'll get one more. Blackman, second free throw is good.
It lied that time.
By Trey McAfee. Maybe with just a half a foul. 13-7 is the score. Jackson with the ball for Columbia. Horton with it. Gives it off to Armstrong. Spins in the lane and kicks it out. Gives it off to Jackson. So Horton with it to Polk. Polk with it to Armstrong. Armstrong grabs the baseline. Had it stopped away. Grabs it back. Polk for 3. Big shot. No good. Rebound. Blackman. Jackson. Keller Jackson with it for Blackman with the rebound. Blackman back the other way. They give it off to Blackman's Stafford. Stafford with the basketball over to Flowers. Flowers works it around, gives it off to McAfee. They work the ball around. Very deliberate offense. To the hole. Did he walk? No. Blackman with it. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebound. Armstrong. Got a flat-footed rebound.
That thing was on him before he even turned around.
Jackson with it in front court for Columbia. Polk with it on the right side. Polk drives under. Reverse pass to Armstrong. Can't control it. Taken off by Blackman. Blackman with the basketball.
It was a good pass. Just, I don't think Armstrong was ready for it completely.
Hit him in the hands. He just couldn't pull it in. 13-7 is the score. 6 minutes remain in the first half of play. Blackman with the basketball. Flowers gives it off to Stafford. Staffold. Off on the right side. Gives it over to Bass. Blackman works around. Jackson with it. Hand off. 3-point shot. No good. Rebound ripped out of there by Columbia. T.I. Hunt. Hunt runs the break, slows it down, gives it off Jackson in the front court. Jackson to the hole, lost the handle. Good save by Columbia. Now taken back by Blackman. Blackman got a 2-on-2 break, puts up the shot, no good. Traylor gets the rebound, puts it up and in. McAfee puts up the trailing shot, and Columbia takes a timeout. 5:25 left in the first half. Columbia 13, Blackman 9. We'll be back right after this.
This is Tripp Stoltz, owner and manager at Columbia Ace Hardware. We have changed our store hours to better serve our community. Columbia Ace Hardware is now open from 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard and let us show you customer service that can only be found at Columbia Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
13-9. Columbia on top by 4. Columbia's ball. Very slow moving game.
Yeah. They're getting a little sloppy here. Need to settle in right here. I think that's what Coach Levere thought as well. Wanted to settle them in that timeout and get something running here.
Jordan Davis back in, also Tellington in for Columbia. Tellington with the shot inside, no good, loses the handle. Take it off Blackman. Blackman with the basketball. Give it over to Bass. 3-point shot, Blackman, no good. Rebound ripped out of there by Columbia. Armstrong with it to Jackson. Great rebound, Armstrong to Jackson. Kenneth Jackson for Columbia with the basketball. Jackson, top of the key, drives. Jumps it off K.I. Hunt. Hunt on the baseline to Armstrong. Armstrong dumps it inside Davis. Davis throws it away. Davis got it inside and got double teamed. Tried to kick it off quick. Throws it away. Turnover Columbia.
Thought Davis had a shot right there and just tried to dish it off to Chase and just wasn't on the money.
Full court pressure, Columbia. Quentin Bass with the basketball for Blackman. Over to Brayton Flowers. Flowers with the basketball. Flowers in the front court, just in time. Gives it off to Blackman's McAfee. McAfee gives it over to Staffold. Back over to Flowers. To McAfee. Drives the lane, throws it away. They said last touch by Columbia.
Yeah, I think he tried to throw it right off the foot of Knight, and I think he got him.
Pope comes back into the game for Columbia. Jackson goes out. Blackman will inbound it under their basket. They get it inside. Ball stolen away, Columbia. Pope with the steal. Demarion Pope pushes it down the floor. Pope, Euro step, puts it up there. Got the English in a roll and got it.
What a move.
I was going to say Pope missed the shot, but it spun around the rim, reverse English, and it goes in. Demarion Pope, 4th point. 15-9, big bucket, Columbia.
What a shot.
In a game like this, any bucket is big. It's going to be a low-scoring game. Blackman with the basketball. McAfee. Gives it out to Flowers. Flowers running the point for Blackman. Gives it over to Bass. To Jackson. To Flowers. Blackman drives top of the key. Works on the right side. Bass. Bass could have walked.
Looked like he did.
Blackman works it around the perimeter. Staffold. To Flowers. Blackman with a lot of pass. Ball loose on the floor. Fight for Columbia. And jump ball call. Tied up by Columbia's hustling Jalen Knight.
Looks like
Knight slapped it loose and fought for it.
Looks like it's going to stay with Blackman.
Arrow pointing toward Blackman on the tie-up. Blackman brings into the ball game. Flowers works it on the right side. Gives out to Blackman. Sanford with the ball. Back to Flowers. Traveling call. Lifted that pivot foot. Traveling call. Turns it over.
I like it.
Ugly ball game. 15-9. Columbia on top. Both teams trying. Offense is not smooth. I guess you give credit to the defense.
Yeah, it's been a yawner for sure.
It's been a scramble. Both teams. Polk with it for Columbia. Polk lobbed Armstrong. Armstrong with it. Got the lob. Kicks it inside. Ball blocked away. Fight for the loose ball. Ball goes out of bounds.
Should be Columbia.
And Columbia's basketball.
A lot of boos for no reason.
Yeah.
It clearly went off of a Summit player.
And it's tough. It's rough inside. As Knight got it inside, had to fight for his life. Columbia's ball. Davis in the lane. Spins. Got it taken away. And a foul call. Oh! And the official changed it because of the crowd noise. Changed it.
That's unbelievable.
They called a travel instead of a foul. Knight comes out of the game. No, he stays. Yeah, he's coming out.
I mean, that was strictly based on Summit's crowd's reaction.
Blackman, yes. Horton into the game for Columbia for Knight. Blackman with it in the front court. Flowers. Gives it off to Sanford. Back to Flowers. Flowers works the right side. Pass goes over to McAfee. To Flowers. Columbia in a 2-3 zone. A lot of fighting inside. Broken up by Columbia. Armstrong. Great play by Armstrong inside. Broke up the entry pass. They get it to Davis. Could have called a travel, but they call a foul on Blackman. Brayton Flowers commits the foul. That's his first. Team first. K.I. Hunt will inbound it side front court for Columbia. Gets it into Horton. Horton with it. Jumps a pass inside to Hunt. Hunt puts up the shot. Scores. Could have been fouled.
Good shot.
Hunt scores his first two, and a great pass that time by Columbia. Malachi Horton. Full court pressure, Columbia. Blackman trying to get across the timeline. They do. Sanford. Sanford with the basketball. Gives it over to Flowers. Drives the lane. Puts up the shot. No good.
Oh!
Fight for the rebound. Bodies fly. Taken off Columbia. Hunt from Davis. Hunt to the hole. Puts up the shot off the glass. No good. Rebound fault force. Taken off by Sanford for Blackman. Blackman with the basketball. Blackman out on top. Sanford. Sanford for three. Got it. Sanford knocks down the three for Blackman. His first points. And it's a 17-12 ball game. Columbia. Polk with it for Columbia to K.I. Hunt. Hunt with the basketball. Drives, spins, puts up the shot. It's no good. And they call traveling. Traveling called against Columbia. And Columbia turns it over with 41 seconds remaining. In the first half. Low-scoring game. Columbia led 13-6 at the end of the first quarter. And with 30 seconds left, it's 17-12. Blackman with the basketball. Sanford works the ball around. Gives it off to Blackman's Flowers to Sanford. Back to Flowers. Clock down to 13. Flowers with the basketball. Being pressured by Polk. Drives the lane. Ball slapped away. Taken off by Columbia. Now taken back by Blackman. Blackman with the basketball. Over to McAfee. McAfee with the shot at the buzzer. No good.
Here we go.
And the score. That's the end of the first half. And the score, Columbia 17, Blackman 12. Blackman 17, Columbia 12. Actually, Columbia 17, Blackman
there you go.
12. Columbia leading 17-12 over Blackman. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the head coach of the Columbia Central Lady Lions, victorious Lady Lions, Megan Moore. And also we'll be back with Columbia's Tiana Davis right after this timeout.
Debbie Matthews, realtor, and her husband Jason, who is a prose songwriter, also own a music publishing company. They live in historic downtown Columbia with their dog. Dog rescue work is their passion project. They consider Middle Tennessee their backyard, and their lives are full of all things Tennessee. Debbie says there is no greater honor than to help someone find a home. To be trusted with that job, there is no greater privilege. Call Debbie at the Nashville Realty Group, 615-476-3224, 615-476-3224.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC. Parks Motor Sales was founded by my granddad, Bobby Parks, and my great-granddad, Julian Mays, in 1958. We've been family-owned the whole time, and being family-owned, locally owned, means you get to get your next vehicle or your existing vehicle serviced by the same people who stand in the grocery line with you, drop their kids off at the same school you do, and smile and are happy to see you when they do. So come see us at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee on 919 Nashville Highway or parksmotorsales.com.
This is WKRM 103.7 FM and 1340 AM, the home for the Columbia Central Lions for the past 75 years.
Back in the Columbia Central High School Gymnasium, I'm Barry Duke along with Lou Maddox. It's halftime. Halftime score, the Columbia Central Lions 17, Blackman 12. And joining us now is the head coach of the Columbia Central Lady Lions, Megan Moore, and Tiana Davis. And a revenge game. Congratulations. You run your record to 10-1. Congratulations.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes, a big win, a revenge win for your team. 2 weeks ago, you lost 42-29 in Murfreesboro. And tonight, the Lady Lions roar. They come back and they win by the score of 58-33. So big win.
Absolutely. We don't even have Kayana Edwards with us right now.
Exactly.
You know, she's off in New Zealand. USA is 2-0 last time we were able to watch. She actually has another game coming up at 8:20 our time. Yeah, so here in a little bit. So we'll all be running to our apps.
And my thing was, you know, she's one of the triplets that we've talked about, and now we've got a quadruplet here too. That kind of emerged in my eyes tonight. But, you know, Brooklyn Duke came in. It seems like you guys didn't miss a beat, and this is the one team that's beat you this year. So, you know, and I kind of want to know, I asked Brandon Levere this same question. Was there anything different about going into this game after you've already played this team, preparation-wise, or does it kind of stay the same for you?
I think it was confidence and making sure that, you know, not having Kayana, we wanted to make sure that we prepared, but that everybody that was going to have to play crucial minutes was confident in the role that they were going to have to play. We have been talking for a while about bringing T off of the post because she goes so hard for us on defense that truly it's affected her offensively. And so Brooklyn has actually had the assignment over the last couple of weeks of you watch Tiana, you watch the film, you see the way that she plays, and then we've just been practicing with it on a daily. And Brooklyn really, she's watched film, she studied, she asked questions. She was really studious and prepared coming into this, and in doing so, it paid dividends tonight. Dunbar didn't have any points.
It sure did.
Exactly. And, of course, Tiana Davis is here, played extremely well tonight. Tiana did 18 points, and she's like the Swiss Army knife. She can play inside, like you mentioned, but she can run the point, play the wing. She can do it all.
Yeah, she can. And so now that we're finally able to pull her out of the post for us a little bit, you know, it gives Savaya a little bit of leave and a little bit more movement. You know, it doesn't just like put her strictly at the one because Tiana actually ran the point for us all summer while Savara was off playing softball. She's a facilitator on top of a scorer, and so to be able to see her step into that role tonight and out of the post, like you said, we have triplets and now we have quadruplets, and now we got Brooklyn that's emerging. I mean, we just got a whole squad now.
Yeah. Actually, one more thing, Barry. So I had three things post-game that really impressed me tonight. One, obviously, Savaya. That's her career high total, 26 points. Season high, obviously. Second thing was Kayla Crawford passing inside to Brooklyn Duke. And the thing for me in the first Blackman game was not capitalizing on easy buckets under the rim.
Absolutely.
It's like we couldn't hit anything. Tonight, we didn't miss anything.
Yes.
And Kayla Crawford passing Brooklyn Duke, receiving all those dishes from Kayla. That was the second thing. Third thing was Tiana Davis right here that really impressed me. 18 points. You know, I'm not really for certain, but I assume that's your season high this year as well. You know, I want to ask you, what do you think really clicked for you tonight? You've gotten minutes all season, but what do you think was the thing that really made it click tonight for you?
I think that it was more of confidence, like not being in the post, being on a wing or the point, being able to drive, you know, being able to see that we have somebody else that can go post, so now that I can go score because I have somebody that's going to get my rebound or somebody that I can pass it to in the post.
And from the free throw stripe, that was the other thing.
It was beautiful.
Butter that's my thing. Butter from the free throw line. That was awesome.
We talked to Anaya Mulholland last game, between games, halftime of the boys' game, and she gave you the ultimate compliment. And I was talking about how the girls play tough and they play hard, and she said we practice that way. If we don't get to play. And I thought that was the ultimate compliment for your coach. And of course, Tiana plays tough, hard defense, rebound, can handle the ball. Like I said, she's a Swiss Army knife. She can do a little bit of everything, and really benefited tonight. So what do you think about the revenge game? I know last time y'all lost 2 weeks ago in Murfreesboro. Then they come to your home court tonight, and you just blow them out. How does that make you feel?
Good. Like, we was ready. We were ready before the game. We was ready during warm-up. We was ready when the game started, tip-off. We was ready.
And I tell you what, the team, the whole team basically, and of course the quadruplets, are like silent assassins. Like they take care of business. They show a little emotion, but not a lot of emotions. Well, you showed a lot of emotion tonight because you were excited. I love it too. I love it. But it's a silent assassin. You know, when you steal the ball, whatever, you take care of business. And you got really happy on the end, and I appreciate that emotion too. So you really had a super night tonight. So congratulations. Congratulations on the win, and keep up the good work. I know you've got a Christmas tournament coming up.
Yeah, we head to Lipscomb Academy next week for bracket play, and then the day after Christmas, we are flying out to Tampa for a tournament down there.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow. You excited about that?
Very.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I want to say, too, I saw some of your Facebook feeds. Your training this summer was unreal that your father posted, and training you, it was unreal. So he worked out pretty well, right?
He does.
Yeah. I mean, running, jumping, distance in the hot sun, in the heat, and it's paying off. You can tell your dad it's paying off because he paid off tonight big time.
Thank you.
Yeah, because she had a tremendous workout this summer, and conditioning and everything. So I was impressed, and like I said, it showed up tonight. Big win for the Lady Lions, winning tonight 58-33, 18 points tonight from Tiana Davis. And then, of course, Sabai had 26 tonight, and running down the scoring sheet, also 2 points, Kayla Crawford, but showed a lot of effort tonight, passing and assists. And, of course, Mulholland, Naya just had 2 points tonight, but she played hard, too. It's just a collective effort, and I thought y'all played extremely well, and congratulations on your 10th win of the season.
Thank you.
That has to make you feel real good.
Absolutely. Sitting 10-1.
10-1. It's halftime. It's halftime in the Columbia Central Gym. Columbia Lions 17, Blackman 12. We're with Coach Megan Moore and Tiana Davis. Congratulations, and continue to do the hard work. We appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate you both.
We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more right after this.
At Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC. Parks Motor Sales was founded by my granddad Bobby Parks and my great-granddad Julian Mays in 1958. We've been family-owned the whole time, and being family-owned, locally owned means you get to get your next vehicle or your existing vehicle serviced by the same people who stand in the grocery line with you, drop their kids off at the same school you do, and smile and are happy to see you when they do. So come see us at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee on 919 Nashville Highway or parksmotorsales.com.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
This is Clayton Harris, and you're listening to the home of the Columbia Central High Lions, 103.7 WKRM, Columbia, Tennessee.
Back in the Columbia Central High School Gymnasium, I'm Barry Duke along with Lewis Maddox. It's halftime, 17-12, Lions on top. Very slow-moving, I'm not going to say ugly game, but a struggle.
Oh, I will. I'll say it for you, Barry. It's been pretty lethargical. Not really pretty, not pretty basketball, but defensively pretty, just not offensively pretty.
Exactly.
So hopefully Columbia can mediate a little bit of that and create some more offense here in the second half.
Columbia led 13-6 at halftime, and now we start the second half. Columbia leading 17-12. Columbia with the basketball. K.I. Hunt with it. Davis on the right side to Hunt. Back to Jackson on top between the circles. Gives it off Davis in the lane. Davis spins, loses the handle, puts it up, no good. Rebound slapped away, taken off by Blackman. Had it in the cylinder, wouldn't stay down.
Yeah, I know it.
Blackman in the front court. Flowers. Crush it, left side pass, gives it off to Stafford. They work the ball around. They do a lot of working the ball around. Drives the lane, backs it out. Flowers, McAfee, the ball broken up inside by Columbia. Armstrong to Hunt. Hunt for three, short. Rebound Davis. Davis under the basket. Oh, got it slapped away, no call. Ball goes out of bounds. They give it to Columbia. That could have been, well, it's not. Could have been a foul.
Yeah, it was close.
Columbia's basketball. Hunt gets it into Jackson to Armstrong between the circles to Davis. Davis to Armstrong, and Columbia throws it away. Columbia turns it over. Turnovers and missed buckets in this low-scoring game.
That's been a story.
Big.
That's been a story.
Blackman with the basketball. Flowers with it in the front court, working on Jackson. Gets a pick. Gives it off to Blackman's Jackson, who got away with a walk. Back to Flowers. Over to Blackman's McAfee. Off to Flowers. Flowers drives the lane, puts up the shot. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Columbia. Tie ball. No, they call a foul on Columbia.
Yeah, he caught an arm right there at first. There was a tie ball at the end of it, but DK caught a little bit of body right there and held on a little bit too long.
Armstrong commits his second foul, team first. Blackman with the ball. Jackson gives it off to Stafford. Back to Jackson for Blackman. Flowers works it on the right side. Back to Stafford. A lot of defense, a lot of passing. Stafford, pump fake, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound Blackman. Blackman puts up the shot, blocked away, no good. Foul call.
Oh, man, that's going to go against DK again.
Yeah, and looked like a clean block.
Yeah, that time it didn't look like he hit anything.
That's the third on Armstrong, second as a team on Columbia.
That's a big loss. You know, he's going to have to go out here for a good little bit.
Exactly. Blackman is at the line is Blackman, Trey McAfee. Jackson and Armstrong goes out for Columbia. Into the game for Columbia is Vaughn and Polk. Free throw no good. Tapped up no good. Rebound Davis for Columbia. Gets it off to Horton. Horton with the basketball.
Score still hasn't changed since halftime.
Davis running the point between the circles. Gives it off to Polk on the right side. 5:55 remaining in the third quarter. Scoreless second half. Polk with the ball. Jumps it off to Knight. Back to Polk. Columbia running deliberate offense to Davis, to Polk. Polk tries. Jumps it off to Horton. Horton with it to Vaughn. Columbia working the ball around the perimeter. Horton with it to Polk. To Davis. Polk for three. Short. Rebound taken off by Blackman. Blackman controlling the boards. They dump it off to Flowers. Flowers with the shot no good. Rebound Blackman puts it up and in.
It's bound to happen at some point. Somebody had to score.
Blackman scores. Blackman with the bucket makes it a 17-14 ball game. Horton with it.
Well, he pushed him out of bounds. He didn't just step on the line down there.
That was Knight driving the baseline, got pushed out, and they get the ball to Blackman.
Right in front of him.
Big point in the ball game right now for Columbia, leading 17-14. There's a whistle. Bass with the ball. They stop action. They stopped the game just to let Columbia's Kenneth Jackson back into the game.
I don't understand that one.
As Vaughn goes out.
Maybe they just skipped over the point where he was supposed to come in, so they stopped. I don't know. So they stopped play. Not really sure.
Blackman's ball. Walks it into front court. Flowers tries all the way under, and that kicks it off. Over to Bass. To Keller Jackson. Back to Flowers. Braden Flowers. Flowers drives, loses the ball, taking off Columbia. Polk with it. Polk runs the break. Got a 3-on-2 break, gives it inside Jackson. Jackson drives onto the baseline, resets the offense.
That was a smart move.
Jumps it inside. Knight, reverse shot, Davis, no good. Knight with the rebound, puts it up, no good. Davis got hammered on the. And rebound taken off Blackman. Ball just won't go in the cylinder.
No, it won't.
Blackman back the other way, puts up the shot, scores. Jackson. Keller Jackson.
Full timeout by Coach Levere.
Columbia calls a timeout with 3:58 left in the third quarter. Columbia's lead is 17-16. We'll be back right after this.
Debbie Matthews, realtor, and her husband Jason, who is a prose songwriter, also own a music publishing company. They live in historic downtown Columbia with their dogs. Dog rescue work is their passion project. They consider Middle Tennessee their backyard, and their lives are full of all things Tennessee. Debbie says there is no greater honor than to help someone find a home. To be trusted with that job, there is no greater privilege. Call Debbie at the Nashville Realty Group, 615-476-3224, 615-476-3224.
Don't let pain keep you out of the game. Murray Regional Physical Therapy's experienced team of therapists can help you recover from surgery, injury, or illness by designing a plan that meets your unique needs. We utilize state-of-the-art equipment and proven techniques to help you get back to doing the things you love. Schedule a consultation at any of our convenient Southern Middle Tennessee locations by calling 931-380-4014. Murray Regional Health, where clinical excellence meets compassionate care.
Columbia's basketball after the timeout. Vaughn into the game. Polk with it. Spins to Jackson. To Horton for three. Short. Rebound over the back.
Yep.
Blackman with the rebound. Blackman went over the back of Knight. Blackman with the ball. I just say call it like that on both ends. Blackman with the basketball. Flowers puts up the shot short. Rebound Columbia. Coming out of there with it is Vaughn. Vaughn pushes it in the front court. Vaughn double team. Hands it off to Polk. Polk between the circles goes to Jackson. Jackson looking inside, nothing going. Knight with the shot on the baseline, no good. Hits the side of the backboard.
Bad shot to take.
Taken off by Blackman. Blackman with the ball, gives it off to Stafford. Shot put up and in by Blackman. Christian Johnson. And Blackman takes the lead over Columbia, 18-17. Blackman's first lead of the night. Columbia back the other way and not scored in the second half with 2:30 left. Horton with it. Horton got away with a double dribble. Gives it off to Polk. Polk with it to Knight. Jumps it inside, pushed in the back, and a foul called Blackman. Blackman commits the foul.
Johnson coming out of the game again.
Johnson commits the foul. That's his third, team first. And Columbia will have the ball to be inbounded underneath their basket. Polk inbounds the play, gets it into Armstrong to Jackson. Trying to go inside, ball broken up by Blackman, and foul call in Columbia's Horton. Horton commits the foul.
She's trying to make up for a bad pass and didn't work out.
Horton commits the foul. That's his first, team third foul. Blackman inbounds the play. They get it into McAfee. McAfee with the basketball. Gives it off to Keller Jackson. To McDonald. They work the ball around. Quentin Bass, very patient offense. Blackman.
Yeah, they are.
18-17. Blackman up by 1. Blackman with the lead.
3 seconds.
3-second count against Blackman. Blackman turns it over on the 3-second count. 1:57 remaining in the third quarter. Columbia's not scored in the second half as they led 17-12 at the end of the first half.
Got to generate some points. Have to.
Jackson with the ball for Columbia. Jackson works around the right side, looking for the cutter. Not a good pass to Polk. Polk rolls it in. Is good. Big bucket to Marion Polk. Polk scores his 6th point tonight.
Jackson took a gamble on that pass, and it worked out.
Columbia regains the lead, 19-18. Blackman still stuck in backcourt. Still in backcourt. That's the longest 10-second count. And he finally make up for it on a travel.
Yeah, that's what we call a make-up call.
A 10-second count that took 12. Columbia with the basketball, leading by 1, 19-18. Scored their first point with less than a minute 30 left in the third quarter.
Good a time as any, I guess.
Yeah, it helps. Polk inbounds the play to Kenneth Jackson. Jackson working on the left side. Columbia has Jackson, Horton, Hunt, Polk, and Armstrong into the game. Polk with it on the right wing. Polk out on top to K.I. Hunt. Hunt lob inside to Armstrong, to Polk. Polk drives, dumps it inside to Armstrong.
There we go.
And Armstrong bangs it in good. Armstrong with his 4th point. Great pass that time by Polk to Armstrong for the bucket. And Columbia takes a 3-point lead. Full court pressure, Columbia. Blackman just now getting in the front court. Blackman with the basketball. Brayton Flowers. Flowers with the basketball. Gives it off to Jackson. Over to Bass. Blackman with it. Staffold on the right wing. Clock down to 20 seconds. To Bass. Clock down to 15. 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Columbia leading 21-18. Blackman with the ball. Clock down to 5. Blackman with it. On the baseline, Stafford. Stafford puts up the shot, no good. Jackson puts up the shot at the buzzer for Blackman, no good. And that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, the score is Columbia 21, Blackman 18. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
This is Clayton Harris, and you're listening to the home of the Columbia Central High Lions, 103.7 WKRM, Columbia, Tennessee.
(21-18) is the score. Lions up by 3 as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Certainly want to thank Breeze Homemade Ice Cream for supplying me with ice cream tonight. Breeze Homemade Ice Cream.
It's good stuff.
Yes, it is. 21-18. Lions up by 3 as we head to the fourth quarter. And
I bet that feels weird to say, 21-18 going into the fourth quarter.
It does.
That's a strange score.
And the lid continues on this goal here for the Lions.
Yeah, yep.
Lions need to score. Blackman will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. We got Vaughn, Jackson, Armstrong, Davis, and Hunt into the game. Blackman with the basketball. They give it over to Staffold. Back over to Hunt to McAfee. Offensive foul call. Offensive foul called on Blackman.
That helps.
It does. Turnover, Blackman. Columbia's basketball.
Just got to create some points here.
Got to find a way to score.
You know, whether you're driving the lane and getting to the line or moving the ball around like Blackman does and finding them in the open look. Got to do something.
Jackson with it, gives it off to Hunt. Hunt double team. Blackman's got a good defense. Davis down the lane, puts it up, blocked away as he tried to dunk it. Saved by Hunt. Columbia's basketball. Would have been a big shot. Any shot's a big shot.
Yeah. Could have been a foul, too. Took him to the ground.
Columbia with the ball. Jackson looking for Cutter inside. Gives it off to Hunt. Hunt drives, dumps it off Jackson. Jackson to Davis. Davis with the shot on the baseline. No good. Rebound.
Oh!
Armstrong, pull with the tip in. Won't go.
Called
whistle and a foul call.
Called a goaltending. I think that's what, it's called a goaltend.
They call a goaltend. Wow.
Like that.
I guess they give the bucket to Jackson. Armstrong.
Yeah, I think Armstrong.
Armstrong tried to punch it back through and goaltending call.
I think they grabbed the net and forced the rim
Ball
to
stolen
punch
Columbia.
it back out.
Davis with the steal. Check that. Vaughn with the steal to Davis to Hunt. Hunt puts it up, score.
A travel.
Oh, a travel call. Columbia got the steal with 3-on-1.
Where was the travel at?
And they don't count the basket. They call a travel.
That's unreal.
Columbia up 23-18 with 6:45 left in the game.
He didn't even have the ball long enough to travel.
And he was exactly.
He took 2 steps and passed it.
Blackman inbound the play. Oh, he's out of bounds. And then they're going to call a foul on Columbia's Davis. The guy that inbounded the ball under full court pressure. Ball is loose. He steps in with 1 foot out, and they give the ball to Blackman, and then they call a foul on Columbia.
Yeah, that would be should be Columbia's ball, but
Blackman,
foul instead.
Blackman gets it into Flowers. Over to Staffo. Down the lane, kicks off on the right side. Driving. Over to Sanford. Rips a pass Blackman. Blackman with a shot. No good. Rebound ripped out of there by Columbia. Davis with the rebound. Columbia needs a bucket. Columbia needs some points. Columbia leading 23-18. 6:15 left in the game. Jackson with the basketball for Columbia. Lob it inside. Davis spins under pressure. Goes to Hunt. Hunt drives the baseline. Kicks it back up on top to Jackson. Columbia needs a bucket this possession.
Yeah, they do.
5:55 left in the game. Columbia's up by 5. Vaughn gets it to Armstrong. Armstrong back up on top to Jackson. Jackson.
You can burn some clock while you're at it, though.
Jackson with it for Columbia. Hand check, takes it down the lane, puts up the shot, no good.
What
Tapped
a
up, Davis
putback.
is good.
What a putback.
Jordan Davis with his 6 pointers, first points in the second half with a putback, gives Columbia a 7-point lead. Full court pressure, Columbia. Blackman in the front court. Bass under pressure, throws it away, now taken back by Blackman. Blackman with it for the reverse layup is good by Johnson.
That was a good reverse.
Johnson, opportunistic basketball in the right place at the right time, scores his 10th point, makes it a 5-point game. Columbia had a chance. The ball just went right through their hands. Jackson with it. Zakiya Hunt tries the baseline, puts up the jumper. No good. Tapped up by Columbia. Good.
Another time.
Jordan Davis taps it in good for his 8th point. And Columbia leads by 7 again, 27-20. The scoring picks up. Blackman back the other way.
That's a walk. That's
and
a travel.
Travels.
Thank you.
A delayed call on the travel. And Blackman turns it over to Columbia with 4:49 remaining in the ball game.
He might have been zoned out a little bit and realized what he had seen. That's okay.
It took a second or two. Columbia with the basketball, up by 7 in a low-scoring game. Columbia leading 27-20.
Low scoring is an understatement.
Polk with it, gets it to Armstrong on the baseline. Armstrong spins, gets it out to Jackson. 3-point shot, K.I. Hunt, no good. Rebound taken off Blackman. Shot won't go down. Blackman with the basketball. Sanford with the basketball, gives it over to Flowers. Clock down to 4:15. Columbia leading 27-20. Blackman with the basketball. Flowers over to Sanford.
Well, another travel.
Dumping inside, stolen away Columbia, and they call a kick.
Hit him in the knee. I don't know if I'd call that a kickball. That should be Columbia's a turnover again.
Columbia had the steal. They say he kicked it, and they get the ball back to Blackman. There's timeout on the court, though. 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the game. Columbia 27, Blackman 20. We'll be back right after this.
Foster Insurance Agency is a locally owned independent agency and a proud member of the Insurers of Tennessee. Foster represents many top-rated insurance companies such as Auto Owners Insurance. The great team at Foster has been servicing Columbia and surrounding areas in Middle Tennessee since 1952 and offers many commercial and personal insurance products. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient location at 204 West 4th Street in Columbia, Tennessee.
Home of Columbia's Central Lions athletics for over 70 years. 103.7 WKRM Columbia.
The Columbia Central Lions looking for a big win tonight to get back on the winning track, taking on the 6-2 Blackman Blaze from Murfreesboro. Lions lead by 7, 27-20 with 4:08 left in the game.
Be a huge win. He's got to tough it out for 4 more minutes.
Blackman will have the ball to be inbounded under their basket. They get it into Johnson. Johnson with the jumper, no good. Rebound Columbia. Davis.
Does a knuckleball.
Davis in the front court gives it off to Polk. Polk open for the three, won't take it. Now drives the baseline. Skip pass to Horton to Davis. Davis with the jumper, no good. Rebound battle for, taken off by Blackman. Just won't go down. That would have been a major shot.
Yeah, it would.
Blackman back the other way. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebound Davis. Davis comes out of the pack with it. Davis runs the break for Columbia. Jordan kicks it off on the right side. Polk. Polk drives the baseline. Puts up the shot.
Yeah.
Got it! Oh! Offensive foul call.
There's no way.
Against Columbia's Polk.
There's absolutely no way.
Wipe the bucket off. As Polk drove the baseline, hung it up there, scores, has to come down, and they call an offensive foul and wipe the bucket off for Demarion Polk.
The ball had already cleared the net through the basket when they call that foul. That's unreal.
Would have been a big bucket with 3:30 left in the game. They wipe the bucket off and give Polk a foul.
That's ridiculous.
Works it on the right side. Jumper put up, no good. Rebound coming over the back. Blackman coming out of there with the ball is Columbia's Polk, however.
Give me that, Demarion.
Polk gets it in the front court for Columbia. Great rebound that time, Demarion Polk. 3 minutes left in the game. Columbia up by 7. Ball back tap, foul call.
Makeup call.
Foul called on Brayton Flowers, and that's his second. Team first.
Even though that one was actually a foul.
.307 left in the game. Columbia leading by 7. There's just a lid on this basket. It just won't go down.
And we do make it in, and they call us for a charge.
Horton with it to Polk.
And
Polk is going to be called for
travel.
steps. Traveling call. Columbia turns it over. And Columbia wants a timeout. No, they don't. They're not going to take it.
Just a sub.
Just a sub. 27-20. Columbia up by 7 with 3:01 left. Blackman with the basketball. Blackman gets it in the front court. Blackman kicks it off to Brayton Flowers. Flowers with it, working between the circles. Flowers with the shot, got it. Flowers knocks it down for Blackman. Brayton Flowers on a 3-point shot. That's his first of the game. And with 2:41 left in the game, there's a timeout on the court. Columbia 27, Blackman 23. We'll be back right after this.
Debbie Matthews, realtor, and her husband Jason, who is a prose songwriter, also own a music publishing company. They live in historic downtown Columbia with their dogs. Dog rescue work is a passion project. They consider Middle Tennessee their backyard, and their lives are full of all things Tennessee. Debbie says there is no greater honor than to help someone find a home. To be trusted with that job, there is no greater privilege. Call Debbie at the Nashville Realty Group, 615-476-3224, 615-476-3224.
2 minutes and 41 seconds remain in the ball game. Columbia's lead is cut to 4, 27-23 on a 3-point shot that time by Blackman. Brayton Flowers.
That was a big shot.
Columbia with the basketball. after the timeout. Kenneth Jackson. Jackson walks it in the front court. Jackson still with the ball, spinning around, being worked on by Flowers. Drives the lane, puts up the shot. It rolls in good, but foul before the shot.
I think Columbia called a timeout, actually. Before the foul. That's not good.
There's a timeout, but we'll keep it right here. 2:24 left as Kenneth Jackson, Columbia, takes it to the hole and scores, but called a timeout before he got the basket.
Yeah, that three-point bucket that Blackman just came down here and hit, that hurt a lot. Go from a 7-point lead to a 4-point lead. That's a big swing right there.
Big time.
And then right there with the timeout on the drive from Jackson, you end up with a bucket right there that could have put it back out to 6, excuse me.
Make it a two-possession, three-point game.
That one hurts too. But still just 2.5 minutes to go here. Columbia needs a couple more buckets, a couple more stops, and they can escape this thing.
Neither team's in the bonus. Only one team foul against each team, so that's not going to be a factor.
It's been a relatively clean game, from the officials' point of view. I don't know about from up here, but.
Columbia inbounds the play, gets it in to Armstrong, to Hunt, to Jackson. A couple of dangerous passes for Columbia.
Yep.
Jackson with it, drives, jumps it inside.
Foul!
Oh, back to Columbia's Jeremiah Vaughn. Vaughn puts it up, won't go down, but he's fouled on the play. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. Almost an and one, and that would have been tremendously big.
That would have been huge.
Just wouldn't stay down on that rim.
Would have the opportunity to put it back up to 7 points, but very important free throws here.
Foul called on McAfee, his second. Free throw up and in by Good.
Butter.
It's good by Jeremiah Vaughn. His first points, 6-foot sophomore. Makes it a 5-point game, 28-23. Jeremiah Vaughn will get another free throw. Free throw Vaughn is good.
Butter.
29-23, 6-point ball game with 2:14 left. Full court pressure Columbia. Blackman inbounds the play, gets it into Sanford. Sanford still in backcourt. 10-second counts on.
I like the full court
Long
press.
pass,
There we go.
throws it away.
And that's exactly why.
Turns it over to Columbia.
Sooner or later, Blackman was going to make an errant pass because of that full court press. They've been doing it all night and finally paid off.
And the 10-second count has been very close.
Yeah,
and
a lot of
they
times.
panicked that time. Columbia inbound his side back court, has to hurry. Gets it in to get Jackson. Kenneth Jackson with the basketball for Columbia. 2 minutes left in the game. Columbia up by 6, 29-23. Can Columbia pull off a big win here tonight against Blackman?
This right here is a huge possession.
K.I. Hunt with the ball. Hunt spins, had to snap away, grabs it back, gives it off to Jackson. Columbia actually can run the clock.
Yeah, they can. They need to.
Jackson drives, and he's bumped and fouled by Blackman.
A couple of fouls. Got a few fouls to give still. Or actually a couple now. They're at 3.
Second team foul. Columbia has to take care of the basketball. Hunt inbounds the play to Jackson. Jackson, Armstrong to Davis for 3. Got it!
Money!
Jordan Davis on the baseline knocks down the 3 for Columbia for his 11th point, and Columbia leads by 9. Blackman with the basketball, no fouls. Blackman with it, gets it in the front court. Jumps it off to Johnson. Johnson drives the baseline, goes out of bounds.
He went out on his own.
And drives the baseline and a collision out of bounds. Foul called Columbia's Jordan Davis. No fouls. If you
That's
get
his third, yeah.
If they don't score and you got a 9-point lead with 1:20 to go, you just run the clock.
Yes.
So this is a big possession. 3-point shot, Blackman, no good. Rebound, fought for, knocked out of bounds. Columbia's basketball.
Big time, big time.
1:12 left in the game. Columbia up by 9, 32-23. And Columbia's basketball, after it was knocked out of bounds by Blackman, is Columbia's basketball. K.I. Hunt will inbound it, facing full court pressure. Has to get it inbound, has to hurry. And a foul call, Blackman. Blackman to miss the foul. Dixon. And Columbia will have the ball to be inbounded. Clock down to 1:11. Columbia has to travel the length of the floor to score, facing full court pressure from Blackman.
Should be shots here.
That is team foul number 5.
KI is going to get some shots.
Well, they committed more fouls than I thought. KI goes to the line shooting 2 free throws. And Columbia needs to at least hit 1 free throw. With 1:11 left, Columbia leading by 9. Kenneth Jackson will go to the line shooting free throws. Kenneth Jackson for Columbia. Jackson, free throw, no good. Back rim comes out of there, no good. Jackson will get 1 more.
Need one of these. Even a 10-point margin instead of a 9-point margin. That's a big difference.
Make it a 4-possession game.
Yes.
Jackson shoot his second free throw. Takes his time. Free throw Jackson. Got it.
There it is.
Kenneth Jackson with his 5th point, his first point in the second half. Columbia's lead is 10 with 1:11 left. Sanford to Flowers. Flowers back to Sanford, still in backcourt. Ball deflected, taken off by Blackman. Blackman runs over Columbia player, gets the ball. 3-point shot Blackman. No good. Rebound Columbia. Davis. And the whistle blows away from the ball.
Yeah, KI kind of I think he got hit in the chest or the throat right there and was down for a second. I think he lost his breath, but he's back up now. They stopped play because he was still on the floor.
KI goes out, one of the stronger players for Columbia. You know he's got that bandage on his chin where he took probably some stitches at Hickman County. Davis inbounds the play. Gets it into Knight. Going to call a travel on Knight. And Columbia turns it over. Columbia turns it over on the inbounded feed to Knight. Check that Vaughn. Vaughn took the steps.
I saw 2.
Jeremiah Vaughn turns it over.
KI checking back in.
Wants to come back in. Full court pressure, Blackman. Columbia has to take care of the ball, leading by 10, 33-23. And they send Hunt back into the game as Vaughn goes out. Hunt is tough. He's a very tough player.
Yep.
Blackman to inbound the play. Shot put up from 3. No good. Rebound Columbia. Polk with it.
Just run it out. Just run it out. Move the ball around.
Polk
run
with
it
it
out.
in backcourt. Under pressure. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson has to hurry. Spins in the front court. Gives it off to Hunt. Hunt for 3. Don't need it. Hunt puts up the shot. No good.
What
Davis with the rebound. Davis puts it up. No good. Davis is hammered on the play. Foul call.
What a board.
What a rebound by Columbia's Jordan Davis. And with 36.6 seconds left in the game, Jordan Davis will go to the line shooting 2 free throws.
That was a cornerback interception type of rebound right there.
Davis shooting 2 free throws, lines up by 10, 33-23. Polk. Blackman makes a substitution, putting Quentin Bass back into the game. Bass back into the game for Columbia. Free throw up and in, good by Jordan Davis.
Good shot.
Davis scores his 12th point tonight. Davis will get another free throw. 36 seconds left. Davis free throw, back rim, no good. Rebound taken off Blackman.
All right, let him run it out.
Blackman with it in the front court. Blackman dumps it inside Johnson.
Oh, don't foul.
And Johnson goes up for the slam and fouled by Columbia's Armstrong. You don't want to stop the clock. Clock down to 28 seconds, lines up by 11. And going to the line for Blackman is Christian Johnson. Johnson shooting 2 free throws, fouled in the act of shooting. Free throw Johnson, good. Makes it a 10-point game. As long as there's time on the clock, anything can happen.
That's true.
Christian Johnson will get another free throw. Johnson free throw is good.
That's a big free throw right there.
Looked like he tried to miss it, but he went in anyway. Christian Johnson has 12 points for Blackman.
3 quick threes at this point ties the ball game up.
Exactly. 28 seconds left in the game. Columbia gets it into Polk to Davis. Davis within backcourt. There's a whistle and foul call. 24.9 seconds left in the game. Columbia's lead is 9. Columbia has to hit some free throws to make sure they come out of here a winner.
Yeah, they do. Preferably both of them.
Exactly. Just under 25 seconds left in regulation. Davis at the line. Free throw Davis. Rolling, dropping, good. First free throw is good by Jordan Davis. He has 13 points tonight. Columbia unloads the bench with just under 25 seconds left, leading by 10.
Yeah, that kind of scares me a little bit, but
Columbia brings Corbin Williams in, along with Jackson Myers, Chase Tellington, also KJ Frierson into the game. Free throw, no good. Rebound taken off Blackman. Blackman with the basketball. Bass pushes it in the front court. Bass on the right side. Blackman drives.
Don't foul.
And Columbia commits a foul.
I don't know what we're doing.
10-point lead Columbia with 16 and a half seconds left. Columbia commits the foul, and Columbia unloads the bench with just a 10-point lead.
Playing really tight defense and fouling people.
Jordan Davis comes out of the game. Lob by Johnson.
Move
Blackman,
around.
no
Get
good.
It out of there.
Rebound Columbia. Corbin Williams with it. Dumps it inside.
Don't have to score.
Shot put up by Knight. No good. Knight gets his own rebound. Puts it up. Rolls it in. Good. Knight scores.
That's it.
Jalen Knight persistent on the board. Puts it up and in. Scores. And Columbia wins. Lions win. Lions win by the score of 37-25 in a very unusual, unorthodox game tonight.
Yes,
Lions win 37-25 over Murfreesboro Blackman. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with a wrap-up right after this timeout.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
We always get the question, what is Caledonian? That's easy. We're a full financial services firm. Who is Caledonian? Well, that's a little more interesting. Monty has an economics background. Daisy and Perry come from the banking world. Gay is an accountant, and Thomas has science and business degrees. Blair was a small business owner. Finally, I'm Becky Price, and I have a background in education. Together, we make up Caledonian Financial in historic downtown Columbia.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through NBC Securities Incorporated. Member FINRA, SIPC.
Back in the Columbia Central High School Gymnasium, the Hardy Lord Gymnasium, the final score, the Columbia Central Lions winning 37-25, make it a winning doubleheader for Columbia Central as they take two from Murfreesboro Blackman High School. Lions winning in the nightcap 37-25. Very unusual game, but the Lions hung in there and they picked up their sixth win of the season. They only won 7 games last year, and they picked up their sixth win of the season in the first half of the season, so that's big for Columbia. And a big win tonight as they defeat Murfreesboro Blackman tonight here in Columbia.
Yeah, and they're in every game that they play, you know, and they're losing some heartbreakers, but that builds character. And they're playing some really, really talented teams right down to the wire. And you know, and I was thinking this while we were in the timeout right there. You know, when you score 37 points in a 5A high school basketball game and you get a victory out of it, that's pretty remarkable.
It is. Outstanding. Final score, Columbia winning 37-25. Jordan Davis had 13 points for Columbia tonight. And Kenneth Jackson had 5 points for Columbia. K.I. Hunt had 2. Demarion Polk had 6 points. D.K. Armstrong had 6. Jaravius Hall didn't play tonight, injured. So Columbia entered the bench. Also, Jalen Knight had 3 points tonight, 2 points from Jeremiah Vaughn. For Blackman, they were led by Christian Johnson with 12 points. And he was a big scorer for Blackman as Columbia wins in a low-scoring game, 37-25 over Blackman. The Columbia Central Lions run their record to 6-4 on the season, while Blackman falls to 6-3. So a big win for Columbia.
I thought that the post players down low with Jaravius Hall being out tonight, D.K. Armstrong and and Johnson. Christian Johnson would play a major role in this thing. And, Johnson had a good game. I thought DK played well as well. Didn't play as much as I really thought he would. He got taken out quite a bit. I think he had 3 fouls there for a little bit. But, they limited Johnson to just 12, even though that's a big number when you consider they only put up 25 points as an entire offense. But,
And Johnson didn't play a lot of the game.
Right,
For some reason.
And only 25 points for Blackman High School. We beat them at their own game. They like to keep these games really low scoring and tight knit defensively like that, and we beat them at their own game. They were probably really amped up to come in here to Hardy Lloyd and get a victory over Columbia after they beat them in their home court. But the Lions prevail tonight. The Lions sings tonight in Hardy Lloyd Gymnasium going into the Christmas break. I love it.
Exactly. Lions roar tonight. Lady Lions roar tonight also. Lady Lions winning 58-33 over Blackman. Lady Lions run their record to 10-1. And Blackman is the only one to put a blemish on their record, and they got revenge tonight. They defeat Blackman by the score of 58-33.
So now that loss is nullified.
It is. Well,
not really, but
yeah,
you know what I mean.
It helps. It helps. Final score tonight, Lions roar. They win over Blackman 37-25 in a low-scoring game. I knew it was going to be a low-scoring, but I thought 48-46 or something like that.
But not 37-25.
Exactly. Columbia led at the end of the first quarter 13-6, led at halftime 17-12, led at the end of 3 quarters 21-18, and wound up winning the game over Blackman 37-25. So big win for both Columbia teams tonight, and I think Columbia boys and girls were in some kind of Christmas tournament, but as far as the regular season, first half of the season, they cap it off with a win tonight.
A very good win.
Big win over Blackman. Final scores here tonight at Hardy Lloyd Gymnasium. The Columbia Lady Lions winning 58-33. Columbia Lions winning over Blackman 37-25. I want to thank all the people who make the broadcast possible. I want to thank the sponsors of Columbia Central High School basketball. I want to thank the fans listening to Columbia Central High School basketball. And for Lewis Maddox, I'm Barry Dukes, and have a great weekend and a Merry Christmas. Good night, everybody.